coming to you live from Stuart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world. It's the award-winning, critically acclaimed Get Up and Go show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from their palatial studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
And a top of the Monday morning to you. Welcome back. It is November the 8th, 2021.
Do you speak any English?
Yeah, yes, I do.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
I understand the words very clearly. If you would speak up louder, please.
You my baby's dad.
I am nobody's baby's daddy except for my own babies that I can claim. It is 6:07 right now on the Get Up and Go show. Mr. Clock, would you please certify the time?
It's now 6:07 a.m.
6:07 a.m. and we are off and running and we are back full tilt. Bonnie is back from vacation, refreshed, replenished, and ready to go.
Yeah, it's nice to get a vacation from your vacation, and get to come back to work and enjoy what you like to do, I guess.
A vacation from your vacation.
Yeah, and I think I took 9 days, and that's what, Evan, I find that it's really long enough to take a 9-day vacation.
All right.
Some people take 2 weeks. I know of some maybe 3 straight weeks. Maybe they get a month if they're lucky and they're living somewhere like in Germany, where I think they get a month vacation over there. 9 days. You can do a lot in that span.
I bet. You had a personal tour guide for part of your vacation, didn't you?
Yeah, my stepson Jaden took us to SeaWorld, who he has adventured to quite often.
Can I rent him out for a couple of days when I go?
He might actually like that. He doesn't even need to get paid to go to SeaWorld. He loves that sort of thing, so you don't even have to pay. He would say, yeah, Evan, I would be glad to be your
tour guide. So I just got to throw him
guide.
Give him a little food, feed him 3 square meals a day.
Give him some fish, like
they do
the whales and the dolphins at
I can handle
SeaWorld.
that. I'll give you the dates that I need to rent him out.
No dead fish, though. I noticed when they were, I think those fish are dead that they feed to
yes, they are.
Sea life. And, I came out of that action kind of still on the fence about it.
That they feed them dead fish?
I'm kind of like for animal rights and whales and dolphins rights.
Okay.
And, like we saw the whole adventure show and the whole deal, but I walked out of that part of me wondering, what does it take to do them to perform those acts that they do when they are at SeaWorld? And
the training they go through, you mean?
The training. I came to the conclusion that, I'm hoping that they don't starve the whales and the dolphins day for them to perform the acts.
No, not
and
at
I
all.
could be completely wrong, but I didn't come out of there with, such a bad feeling about visiting SeaWorld. I didn't get completely depressed at all. The whales looked healthy, and the dolphins did too. In fact, every creature I saw there looked on the healthy, and some of the penguins were rather plump.
Yeah, they get fed very well. All those the animals that are there are very extremely well taken care of. We did many years ago. I did a behind the scenes tour, and I was really amazed at how much they feed the animals. I mean, they feed them copious amounts of food that you don't see in the backstage area. So those, just so you know, for your, comfort to mentally know, they definitely do take care of those animals very well.
That's good to hear coming from you, and that you saw that sort of thing.
Yeah, I've seen it actually done. The copious amounts of fish they feed those animals are ridiculous.
As they should, and all the creatures there should be fed well, because think of the millions of people that, come through there, and, Walt Disney, the SeaWorld, Universal area come to Orlando to experience every year.
So you saw the whale show, and I don't even, these are, I don't even call them shows anymore. They're education performances is what they are. Because they're more educational now than anything the way they used to do it.
You and Rachel went to one too very recently, right?
We went to the Sea Lion and Clyde and Seymour, the 2 sea lions. They have the mime that is performing before as you're walking in?
You know, that's something I missed. I guess
Okay.
there should be a sea lion show, but we
Mhm.
didn't see
Okay.
that.
You saw the dolphin show.
The dolphins were so
Okay.
beautiful. And you know what,
Yes.
Evan? I could have spent all day at the dolphin nursery,
Mhm.
just, getting my little face down there
Mhm.
where they would swim past.
Mhm.
I could have spent all day down
Okay.
there.
And you went to the whale show,
Yeah.
which it's not Shamu Stadium anymore. It's something else. I forget what it's called.
Oh, I didn't
And
see
it's
the
more
name of it.
educational because they
It
show
really
you a lot of
was.
the videos on how they care for the animals there as well. Did you catch the performance of all the different animals like the dogs, the cats,
Did
the
not do
birds?
that.
Okay, you didn't see that one.
We got some roller coasters.
Did you go on the coaster?
Yeah.
The manta, the praying manta?
We went on. Was the one? It was Mako, the one
The
named
mako.
after the ocean's fastest shark.
Okay.
And this thing was like a shark. I think
Go upside down?
the Mako. I did not go upside down, but I thought it was even scarier than the one that did go upside down, which was
Okay.
Kraken.
Oh, Kraken, yes.
First, we went on Kraken. That was scary in itself, but I thought even Mako was much scarier.
Did you go on the flume that goes down right into the water? Did you do
Jaden
that
did
one?
that one.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
And you know what? I was being wimpy. I just had
Well,
got
you
done
don't have to say
eating.
being wimpy. That's all
I
right.
didn't feel like getting
You
wet.
didn't want to spill your cookies.
I didn't want to actually ride home feeling wet and cold.
Okay.
So I refrained from
All
that
right.
one.
Did you go on the shark encounter?
Yes.
That was very cool, wasn't it?
Yeah, I kind of wanted to walk through there twice.
You can
but
go
we
10
only
times.
did it once.
Yeah, it's very
but
cool.
That was
And then
extremely
you
cool.
can buy fish right there outside the shark encounter that you can actually feed the sharks that are swimming below.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool there.
That's right.
The penguins was really
The
cool.
penguins and the sea turtles. If we could capture a sea turtle here and there.
Mhm.
And I think they were saying too that you're right. It's very educational. Some of the sea turtles can't go back to the ocean yet
Mhm.
because they're
Mhm.
helping
Mhm.
some ruptured ones. I
What-
think one was missing like a back leg or
Right.
some sort of thing.
What'd you think of the penguin encounter? How'd you like that?
Very cool.
Very cold in there,
A
isn't
part
it?
of me wondered though if those little penguins needed more space. Do you think
Okay.
they were? I don't really know if a penguin is it a penguin colony?
Well, they
gotta look that
have a
up.
whole back area that you don't see.
Oh, do they?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a whole nother area you don't get to see.
Because I noticed they congregate like in their groups. I think you get different
Mhm.
families here
Mhm.
and there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's
And
kind of like
It was frigid in there though.
it's very cold. I forewarned you it would be cold.
It made me want to become a penguin all of a sudden and
Mhm.
adapt. Some of them were swimming in the what looked like very cold freezing
Oh
water.
yeah. Oh yeah. They're in their own little habitat.
And then I took a picture of Papa Penguin over there. He was a rather plump kind of the biggest one. He looked like Papa.
That was the alpha male.
Yeah.
He's the guy that leads the penguin colony.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the guy in charge. They call him King Penguin.
You saw him when you went, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
You saw that dude.
Yep, I saw that dude. Yeah, I've named him Papa Penguin. That's what I've named him. So I'm glad you spent you spent a couple of days at up at the different theme parks. You went to SeaWorld.
Just SeaWorld.
Okay.
SeaWorld's, and then we went to Dave and Buster's.
Oh, that's a great place.
That was, it was the best time at Dave and Buster's I had
Mhm.
because the virtual reality games,
Mhm.
they even had some better ones
Mhm.
where I got to sit back and experience that I was actually a pirate in one of these.
Arr, mighty.
Yes. And you're like in a boat,
Okay.
then you're going down a water slide. You're kind of like in water the whole time.
Oh, wow.
And part of the experience
Very
took me
cool.
through a huge pool-like place where skeletons were peering down at me.
Mhm.
And then you can feel the rattle of your chair, like if you run into turbulent waters,
Mhm.
with the experience being real.
Mm,
And
okay.
I played the world's biggest Pac-Man while I was there again.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. So your overall vacation was good. It was refreshing. It was relaxing.
Yeah. Because
Had a good time.
we did a lot. We relaxed a lot, but we did a lot too.
Mhm.
We had a
There's
lot
always
mixed
something
in.
going on when you're on
Oh,
vacation.
man, I was
You're
going-
always running.
something to do.
You're running constantly.
And guess what I spent the most of my money on?
Oh boy, I'm afraid to ask.
I was going through it the other night, just 2 nights ago, thinking, what did I actually spend all this money on?
Uh-huh.
And I was remembering spending here, spending there, and adding
Spending
it all up.
everywhere.
And you know what it was? It was seriously food and drink.
That's really where it goes.
I
It's
know.
expensive.
Yeah.
It's expensive. Did you, by any small chance, buy the food package in SeaWorld? Would have come out a lot cheaper that way.
We were going to. Is that around $65 or
Little
so?
less. It's a little less, and you can eat unlimited all day long. It's about $40.
We were going to do
Something
that,
like
and
that.
I think we didn't was because Jaden wanted to take us to hit everything to see that we could.
Okay. Did you
So
get one of those unlimited refill soda cups?
I should have gotten a refill drink cup. Good
Yeah.
gosh, I went to get
It's $10 or $15, and you can
a
go
cocktail.
1,000 times if you want.
That's also I counted. I think I had 2 cocktails at SeaWorld, and this
Mhm.
was after the roller coasters, by the
Okay.
way. $10 cocktails, and then you tip the
ouch.
server.
Yeah, you're spending $15 a pop
This
easily.
one-
That's 30 right there.
And this one booth had Jack Daniels mixed with a good flavor, but they were selling it in cans.
Mm.
And then I said, where's the ice? Where's a glass? No ice, no glass.
No,
$10.
That's
I'm
it.
like, no thanks.
wow.
I'm gonna go someplace where they have ice in a cup to pour it
So
in.
did Jaden get to trick or treat up in SeaWorld?
That was cool.
Did he?
They
Okay.
had-
Was he all dressed up?
No, he didn't dress up, but
Okay.
you bought the bag for $3.99, your
Okay.
little trick or treat bag.
Okay.
By the
Okay.
end of the day, it was filled with good stuff.
Good.
Yeah,
He had a good time.
yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. Topanga had a good time also.
She's the one she was my tour guide for the roller
Okay.
coasters.
All right.
So without her, I might not have experienced a
Okay.
coaster once.
All right.
It's been like 15 years or so since
Okay.
I've been on
That's all
one,
right. Yeah, you can be a kid again. Nothing wrong with that.
But I'm telling you that Mako, was it called Mako? Yeah, Mako, the one
mhm.
named after the shark.
Right.
That was the scariest one because you go up and up and up and up and up really
Mhm.
slowly, and then the scary music starts to play when
Yeah.
you get to the tippity top,
Yeah.
and then it's just like a straight shot down, and
We
you're
were
losing it.
going to do Orlando this Saturday, but unfortunately I had a wedding late Friday night, very
I
late.
saw that. I think it was at Hutchinson Island.
Yeah, the
too,
Hutchinson
wasn't
Island
it?
Marriott. I posted a couple pictures online from the wedding that I took.
Yeah.
And boy, that was one hell of a party.
The
is all I gotta
pictures were
say.
beautiful, by the
Thanks.
way. It was a pretty,
It's a good
looked
time.
like a pretty wedding.
It's a good time. And then Saturday I got up and oh my God, the weather was so crappy out. It was cold.
It was cold on Saturday, wasn't it?
We just decided, you know what, we're just gonna stay home. We opened up all the windows in the house. And when you open all the windows, you have all that cold air blowing in, and it just makes you want to get out the mop and the duster and this and that and just start cleaning. So Rachel and I went to town. We started cleaning.
Getting ready for Christmas to bring in the Christmas items.
Yeah,
and
we're only going to decorate
a
very just a minimal inside the house because we're not doing our huge party this year. So
That's
we're not
all
going to do
right.
the outside.
It'll still look very
Yeah,
pretty.
yeah,
like
definitely.
you don't never
And then
have
Sunday,
to overdo.
Sunday was a whirlwind day for Rachel and I. It was kind of cool. You've heard of the Bright Line, right?
I have.
That's the train that goes nonstop West Palm.
Did you all
stops
go
in
on?
Lauderdale and goes into Miami. Well, unbeknownst to me, last week was the week that Brightline had their pre-grand opening because today is the first official day of the Brightline going back into service.
Oh, it is,
So
isn't it?
this
Yeah.
weekend they ran specials to get people reacclimated with the Brightline again.
How good were those
It
deals?
was $10 round trip to Miami.
Whoa.
$10. So what we did was we got on the 9:48 train and we pulled into Miami 60 minutes later. My son Dylan met us down there because he lives down there. And we walked around. I walked quite a few miles. I was pretty tired. And we went to lunch. And there was a place called, and I'm gonna name the restaurant.
Okay.
Okay, it was called Bacon Bitch.
Oh, no way.
Yes,
No
yes,
way.
yes. It was called Bacon Bitch.
Is that like the Miami Beach area or something?
It was in Bayside. It was down Bayside next to the arena where the Miami Heat play.
I've never heard of that.
There's all these restaurants down there. So we went into Bacon Bitch and we had like brunch, spent a couple hours with Dylan, went back to Dylan's place, saw his condo, 26 floors up, overlooks the water and everything. And then we hopped on the Brightline and came back to West Palm. And then we met Haley for dinner in West Palm Beach.
Whoa. cool.
at Texas Roadhouse.
So the train stopped in West Palm Beach?
Well, yeah,
You
we
were-
parked the car. We parked the car at the garage
Okay.
in West Palm where you get on the Bright Line.
All right. So you.
Then took it down to Miami, then came back, got in the car, met her for dinner. So it was like a whirlwind. I got to spend
Yeah,
the day with Gavin, his girlfriend, me, and Rachel. We saw Dylan. We saw Haley.
All of the sons
So-
and daughters.
Just about, except for one.
It should have been Father's Day.
Yeah,
Like it should
right.
have been Father's Day this weekend.
So yeah, so it was pretty cool. Had a relaxing weekend. Had a good week. Had a little tragedy happen last weekend at a wedding that I was doing. I'm not going to mention any name, but unfortunately, thank God the groom is okay. I did a Disney themed wedding, and the groom fell very ill at the wedding, and they had to.
How unfortunate.
Yeah, it was terrible. But we've been praying for him, and he's better, and he's doing well. I've been texting with the bride all week, and he's doing much better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did
So
he?
I'm
I
glad.
bet he looked kind of ill in the pictures, kind of sickly. Sometimes you can tell with people.
Well, it's.
Or was he even
I'm not,
able to
I'm
take
not
very
gonna,
many?
I'm not going to go into the details. About an
Ah.
hour and a half left of the wedding is when he got really super sick.
Ah.
Yeah, but he's doing better now. So
Oh,
I'm glad.
right.
I'm really happy about
good.
that. Anyway, 6:22 on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for news. First thing this morning, let's go right to the news desk. Bonnie is standing by with the morning headlines. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. Beginning today, the U.S. lifts COVID restrictions for fully vaccinated international travelers from 33 countries. Miami International Airport spokesman Greg Shin says they are looking forward to the influx.
We have the facilities prepared. We have our third passport clearance facility open now in preparation for that. We're definitely ready to be back to where we were before.
Fully vaccinated travelers must provide proof plus a negative COVID test. One person died and an 83-year-old woman was taken to a hospital after a Friday morning fire on Southeast Trillo Street. According to the St. Lucie County Fire District and Port St. Lucie Police, fire district crews at 10:04 a.m. went to the residential fire in the 2200 block of Southeast Trillo Street. Port St. Lucie Police spokesperson said the home east of US 1 in southern Port St. Lucie was engulfed in flames. One person was found dead in the back of the house. At this time, we cannot confirm the identity of the deceased, the person said, standing at the scene. An 83-year-old female was transported to the hospital. The spokesman said his agency is investigating the death, but said it does not appear to involve foul play. Brenda Stokes, Fire District spokesperson, said an electrical malfunction caused the fire, and that was an accident. The point of origin was a ceiling in the back bedroom. Surveillance video posted on Facebook shows an apparent act of arson at the temporary Pulse nightclub shooting memorial in Orlando. It appears to show a man in a wheelchair starting the fire about a month ago. A close ally of former President Trump is discussing running for governor. Roger Stone says he doesn't want to see Governor Ron DeSantis get reelected and then immediately abandon Florida to run for president. Senator Rick Scott of Florida said he will be at the Port of Palm Beach on Monday to discuss the country's ongoing supply chain problems. The senator's office released a statement Sunday afternoon that said Scott will hold a 2:30 p.m. roundtable discussion with business and retail leaders. In the announcement, Scott took a jab at President Joe Biden, calling his policies disastrous and socialist. During Monday's event, Scott said he and other speakers will discuss what solutions can be implemented to help families in Florida and across the U.S. Governor Ron DeSantis announced last month in Jacksonville that Florida's ports are open and ready to help alleviate the country's supply chain issues. The global supply chain problem has existed for months due to the pandemic, causing American companies to scramble to find parts and goods to build their products. This has also caused import prices to surge due to demand outweighing supply. Well, lastly, SpaceX's Crew 3 launch is set for Wednesday night at Kennedy Space Center, and launch conditions are 80% go. The 4-person crew will replace the Crew 2 astronauts leaving the International Space Station today. So our NFL scores from last night, we had Cleveland beating Cincinnati 41-16. 30-16, it was Denver beating Dallas. Wow. Miami finally takes a win. Good for them. 17-9 over Houston yesterday. Atlanta's a close one with New Orleans 27-25 taking their win. The Giants upset Las Vegas. New England over Carolina, and it was Jacksonville beating Buffalo. Wow, 9-6 with that score. Baltimore 34-31 over Minnesota, and Aaron Rodgers-less Green Bay loses to Kansas City, also winning Arizona, Tennessee beating the Rams, Los Angeles over Philadelphia, and tonight it will be the Bears at Pittsburgh. Our news time is 6:27, and we'll have weather and traffic together next.
6:27 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. Bonnie, what's going on outside?
Well, Evan, we're just bringing up the latest highway report for this Monday morning. And as we bring up the report, here's what we're seeing. Everything looking good on our highways. We don't have any accidents to report this morning. Major highways, everything right there up to speed. Things are looking good. There's your latest look at traffic. It's 60 right now in Stewart. Yes, nice and cool. And in Rockville, Maryland, it's 40. Here's more on our weather at WPTV.
Your WPTV First Alert forecast calls for another chilly morning in South Florida with temperatures starting off in the mid to upper 50s under mostly clear skies. This afternoon, a delightful day on tap. Highs in the mid to upper 70s, plenty of sunshine, low rain chances, and low humidity. Tomorrow, morning lows in the low 60s, highs in the upper 70s, mainly dry with low rain chances. And then Wednesday and Thursday, some showers and storms possible, highs in the low 80s. Friday and Saturday, our next cold front starts to move in, triggering the chance for scattered showers and storms, highs in the low 80s.
I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
If you have a suggestion for the show, we would love to hear from you. Send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
6:31 on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for viral videos. All right, so I got a video here. Got two of them this morning for you, Bonnie.
All right.
I know how much you missed these while you were away.
The videos.
Yes, viral videos. Here's a video of a mom overjoyed that her son passed the bar exam. Now, I can understand moms getting excited and things like that. They're happy, they're proud of their child, but I think this one is just a tad bit overboard. Just a tad bit. Listen.
He passed! Oh my God!
We need to call a paramedic on this lady.
We went through so much. God.
Wow. That was just a little overkill.
It's very nice to see somebody that
Of
happy, though.
course.
Yeah.
Of course.
It's like I'm just kind of glowing in her happiness with that video. And, her son passing the bar exam. It sounds like is he becoming a lawyer with that? I would assume.
He's not going to make cocktails passing the bar exam, that's for sure.
And who knows if he did not pass it before. Maybe, you get a couple of chances to take it. No, it might have been
his. Says that he only did it once, and that was it.
His first time.
Yeah, first time.
Okay.
First time for everything.
Yeah, and that high pitch though that mom made.
Yeah, that was a little screechy. Just
that was
tad
a little hard for my ears this morning, but
I would agree.
Happy that she's basking in the moment.
There's an interview with a guy by the name of Simon Pegg. I don't know if you knew who Simon Pegg is. He does impressions. He's an impressionist. So he has this impression that when I first read it before I saw the video, it says, beetles in my mouth. So I'm thinking, okay, the guy's eating insects. He's eating beetles or something.
Beetles for dinner.
Well, it wasn't really insects in his
Wonder
mouth.
if they're crunchy ones.
Listen. It's the prelude music.
Do you have a party trick?
This is quite difficult. It's about how the beetles live in your mouth in different places.
Yeah.
So John lives at the back, Paul lives at the top, Ringo lives at the front, and George lives...
No, you're probably...
No, hang on. It was in terms of doing Beatles impressions.
So when you want to do John, you talk like this. It's sort of up there. When you do Paul, it's up there like that. It's sort of much more. And then when you do George, it's sort of over here. And Ringo's right at the front like that, you see.
So that was my 4 Beatles in your mouth trick. I will occasionally do.
There you go.
Okay, so it kind of makes sense.
Beetles in his mouth.
Kind of, he's kind of knocking it down or breaking it down to how he does his Beatle impressions.
Yes.
Where each Beatle will land in his mouth and
in a different location.
George Harrison, it sounded like, was on the side of his jaw.
Yeah.
He could do it out of. I guess it makes sense. Ringo at the forefront because he's the deepest sounding Beatle.
So turn around and look at that window. What do you see?
Daylight.
Daylight.
Yeah.
It's 6:30 in the morning.
It is.
That's weird.
Did you remember to set your clock back?
I wouldn't be here if I didn't. But that's just plain weird.
Yeah, it is.
Right?
So
6:30 in the morning, we got daylight.
Saturday, I'll be running at this time.
Yeah, so that's what it's going to look
approaching
like.
my daylight. But boy, it's gotten nice and cooler. And the first time I experienced it was on Saturday morning. In fact, I was leaving to Renninger's. Do you pronounce it Renninger's? I went north. Yeah, I went north on 95 to that flea market that's up in Milburn.
Okay.
And experienced that action all day on Saturday.
Ah. Okay. How
Stayed
was
there
that?
all
Was
day.
was it good?
It was a good one.
Okay.
Yeah, I came home with some really good heroes.
Okay.
Some Greek food. I bought that with some baklava.
Oh, baklava is great.
Oh, I had to bring that home too, and spinach pie, which I never had before. I love my spinach. I love it, just the way it is as plain spinach. But man, when they made it in that Greek pie, wow.
By the way, Mark Hales just commented on our topic that we're talking about. He said that Simon Pegg is a well-known British actor.
Oh yeah.
Well-known British actor.
Okay.
I wonder if I could entice Mark Hales to call us, and I'll give him a pair of these. But then again, how would he get here?
He'd have
So
to
that would
fly
be
here.
yeah, he'd have to fly here to get these.
We would have to send one of our pilots from the air show, the Stewart Air Show, to go and get them.
Yeah, the Stewart Air Show's coming up this weekend.
Yay!
That's going to be a lot of fun. We've got tickets to give away all week long. Pairs of tickets.
So we're giving away a pair this morning.
You will give away a pair this morning, and I'm going to let you decide how you want to give them away. You don't have to tell me right now.
Okay.
But we'll do that in the 8 o'clock hour.
Nice.
Somewhere in the 8 o'clock hour, we're going to give away a pair of tickets to the Stewart Air Show. They're valid for either Saturday or Sunday. We're going to be out there hanging out in our booth. I'm going to be there Saturday from like 9 a.m. till about 2 in the afternoon.
Oh, you're staying over there a good long while.
Yeah, because I have a wedding to do later on that day. Otherwise, I would stay the whole day. I don't know when you're going to be planning on hanging out, but I'm going to be hanging out Saturday.
I'll come hang out with you maybe maybe 11 to 1 or 11 to 2, something like that.
All right, no problem. That sounds good. But we've got pairs of tickets to give away all week long. So Bonnie is going to let the cat out of the bag in a little bit. We're going to let you make an executive decision on how you would like to give these tickets away. Maybe we could have somebody sing for their tickets on the air. They could pick a song, an a cappella song.
They'll do a better job than we do when we sing.
Exactly. Maybe we could do karaoke this morning, radio karaoke, where people have to sing for their tickets. They have to sing a song. Or something. I
think we should do the pilot one with "Oh Ho Ho, It's Magic." You know.
Oh, that's by the group. It's Magic by Pilot.
By
yes.
Pilot. Yeah. Just the first few notes of that one we'll do.
People may not know that song.
Whoa! Oh, because it's in that commercial now too. They used it in a jingle on some commercial, which I'm not liking. Because
it's a drug commercial or something like that, or something.
Exempic or something. Oh ho ho! Exempic.
I forget what it is because I had a bride that wanted that played for her intro at her wedding.
Oh, she did.
Yes. And I can't remember.
Ozempic. I think it's Ozempic or some. It is for a drug company. Yeah.
I can't remember the name of it.
I don't like the usage of it in their commercial. I really don't. But I grew up with the song, and I quite love the song. Yeah.
Okay.
It always reminded me of a sunny day on a Saturday morning.
Jeez. Oh my gosh. All right. So my dog has found a new place to park itself in the house.
Oh, is that your chair?
That's my dad's chair in our bedroom. That chair's like off limits to everybody.
It looks like you've kept it clean and nice. It's a nice red fabric chair that looks like you kept it nice over the years.
Yeah.
And now Kaya thinks it's pleasant too. What a nice place for me to lay as she's wagging her tail.
Thomas Varhol said that it's Ozempic. Yes, Ozempic.
Yes, it is.
It is Ozempic. You know.
And they did a terrible job with it's not Pilot doing it, and it's just
it was I wonder if I could find it real quick. I'm gonna have to look there. So you got me going. That's like an earworm.
Yeah.
Bonnie. Isn't it? That's like an earworm that like sticks in your ear.
So that's just what we'll have. We'll make it nice and easy and have the listener later just sing the first notes of "Oh ho ho, it's magic."
Let's see if this is it right here. Let me see. Oh, we got a commercial playing first. All right, so let me let this go away here, and now I'll click this.
Type 2 diabetes are excited about the potential of once-weekly
in the background.
Ozempic. In a study with Ozempic, a majority of adults lowered their blood sugar and reached an A1C of less than 7.
It's like you can hear it playing in the background.
Under 7.
And
so that's it. I want to get the one where it goes Ozempic. There you go. That was it right there.
Yeah.
That was it. All right, let me play the earworm one more time. There you go.
One thing I have to give them kudos for is they don't raise the volume on their commercial.
No.
Like some ads do.
Yes.
And those are the commercials. Whenever I hear my volume turned up on my TV with a certain commercial, I'm going to make sure not to shop there because it's aggravating.
Okay.
When they have to turn up the volume so I can hear it.
So the listeners are going to have to, in the 8 o'clock hour, when we give them the cue to call, There, I feel like I'm on a top 40 station again. Cue to call. We'll let them know when to call in, and the first person that can call in and sing "Oh Oh Oh It's Magic" from
from our pilot, from
the pilot.
from the pilot
Should we
crew.
play a little snippet of it or no?
Sure.
Let me find it real quick. Hold on.
I think people do remember the song, but yeah, if you
That
can
was
find
classic.
it, play
Yeah.
it.
Give me a minute here. Let me hit this button and this button.
It was like
pull
one of
this
my
up.
favorite 1970s tunes.
Mhm.
One of my very favorite. That and Afternoon Delight.
Oh my
is
gosh,
right
that's
up
the
there with that.
Starland vocal band.
Yes.
The Starland vocal band. So this is the song. You're gonna have to sing the beginning, not the guitar,
Just the first few.
No. All right, here we go.
notes.
Listen in.
And you can end it right there.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Right like that. Just like that. That's all you got to do. Oh, it's magic.
Magically done, and you'll have your Stewart Air Show tickets.
Yes, there you go. It's real simple. That's all you got to do. We'll do that in the 8 o'clock hour.
Sounds good,
That'll be
Evan.
fun. Listening to people try to sing this early in the morning. Let me see here. Bonnie, did you know that 14% of people who work from home have their workstation set up on the floor? On the floor. People sit on the floor and work. Yes.
Oh.
14% of people work on the floor.
On the floor. I wonder
Yeah.
what percent of people are eating on the floor. Don't people sit down to eat like Chinese dinner on the floor with their chopsticks?
They sit crisscross applesauce and they eat out of a bowl and they do their thing.
Yeah.
Did you know 18% of us who have hosted Thanksgiving dinner have regretted doing it later on? Have regretted hosting Thanksgiving dinner because people complain about
the food?
and
Yeah.
whatnot. So then now they regret it. My theory is I live by an old adage that my dad instilled in me, and it's something called beggars can't be choosy. So if you go somewhere and somebody's offering you something and they're giving it to you and it doesn't cost you anything,
Yeah.
then don't gripe about it.
Yeah.
Be thankful that you were offered something.
I guess it depends too how many people are at the table. You're always going to have one.
Yeah.
That.
Oh,
Yeah.
the stuffing is too dry, or the cranberry sauce
There's
isn't fresh
always going to
enough.
be something.
Yeah, so the beer doesn't have enough batter in it or something.
That's why I have my girlfriend over, and
Mhm.
I'm not the one always doing all the cooking. She
Mhm.
does some of it, I do some of it. It doesn't feel like it's ever all falling on me.
Mhm.
Like, do you help Rachel out with the cooking? Do you guys do it together? Cook
It
together?
really depends. Sometimes she'll late this whole week that I've been because I don't have baseball anymore, so I don't have to go to the stadium. So Rachel's been like cooking a lot of dinner as of late. And then I got her, like, she wanted something. We have chicken wings at the house, but she won't eat chicken wings unless she has blue cheese dressing.
Oh yeah.
So when
I
I
don't
went to
blame her.
when I went to the grocery store the other day, I picked up a bottle of blue cheese dressing,
What was the brand?
and it
You
was
gotta-
Publix. It was Publix brand. It was Bobo.
Publix.
It was
Publix
Bobo
is a good brand.
So I got her, it was chunky blue cheese dressing. Now I was looking at all the different blue cheese and they all said like chunky blue cheese dressing. So I'm like, all right, so I'll just pick this one. So I got home and I put it in the cabinet and she found it and she was like, I made chicken wings and I had blue cheese. Thank you for getting me blue cheese dressing.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, well, it's just Publix blue cheese dressing. And she goes, oh no, this was good blue cheese dressing. I'm like, what's the difference? She goes, oh, you can tell the difference.
Oh, you can. Ken's is a good brand, and
I use
believe that-
Ken's for my honey mustard dressing.
Yep, and that Marie's. I think there's a Marie's or something on. It's like a top shelf brand.
Yep,
Gonna
yep.
pay a little more, but
It's like liquor. When you go to the bar, they have like top shelf, they
Yeah.
have call, and they have well. The
Yeah.
well is like the bottom of the barrel.
leaves you with a headache.
Yes, that's like the cheap stuff. Then you have the middle of the road, and then you have your like top, like Doers or I forget, Stolichnaya, stuff like that.
Well, with the vodka, I don't know what's more top. Smirnoff. Your
Smirnoff is like a
gonna
top.
Be
Yeah,
your better
Smirnoff,
line.
Smirnoff, Stolichnaya, stuff like that. I don't drink liquor, so I wouldn't know, but I just remember from the days of working.
Sky vodka.
Oh,
It
that's a good
comes
one.
in a pretty bottle too.
Does it?
That always kind of helps.
All right. So you buy your liquor by the look of the bottle? Is that what you're saying?
Some people do. I mean,
Okay.
when you brand something,
Mhm.
and make it sharp and, you go by that same brand over and over again,
Mhm.
just like Budweiser beer, got to have those red cans. Now they've been serving it. Gary brought home some Budweiser that's in a green can.
A green can?
Yeah, this can was green.
Really?
And it's not even St. Patty's Day. I
Oh,
wonder if
my.
it's Christmas thing or a early holiday thing that they're doing. I
Mm.
forgot to ask him why is that can green? It's supposed to be red and white. It's Budweiser, for gosh sakes.
A green can.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I'd never seen. But is it Budweiser's usually like in a red can, isn't it?
Yeah, but sometimes for special things they'll change up the
Oh.
can for a little while. A little
Okay.
while that they do it.
All right. Let's jump into news. 6:47 right now in the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. Second time this morning. Bonnie is standing by at the news desk with the morning headlines. This time it's brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. For the best deals in town on precious metals, go see our really super good friend Hawk Levy and let him know that we sent you there. St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Here's Bonnie. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. For the first time since the pandemic started, travelers from more than 30 countries will be allowed to enter the U.S. as long as they're vaccinated and test negative for COVID, and that could help Florida's economy.
Those nations include China, Brazil, the UK, and the European Union, according to St. Petersburg immigration lawyer Steve Maggi.
All the ones that are the main drawers of tourism to Florida, as well as investments.
That doesn't just mean a potential return of foreign tourists, but also more investors. Foreign direct investment in Florida businesses accounts for around 366,000 jobs, the fourth highest number of any U.S. state. I'm Gordon Bird.
Senator Rick Scott said he will be at the Port of Palm Beach on Monday to discuss the country's ongoing supply chain problems. The senator's office released a statement Sunday afternoon that said Scott will hold a 2:30 p.m. roundtable discussion with business and retail leaders. In the announcement, Scott took a jab at President Joe Biden, calling his policies disastrous and socialist. During Monday's event, Scott said he and other speakers will discuss what solutions can be implemented to help families in Florida and across the U.S. Governor Ron DeSantis announced last month in Jacksonville that Florida's ports are open and ready to help alleviate the country's supply chain issues. The global that is supply chain problem has existed for months due to the pandemic, causing American companies to scramble to find parts and goods to build their products. This has also caused import prices to surge due to demand outweighing supply. An 8-year-old girl in Florida bit into her Halloween candy Friday and was cut by a blade hidden in the chocolate, authorities said. The Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office is investigating after the girl's mother called to report the incident. Authorities said a piece of an X-Acto knife blade was hidden in the mini chocolate bar. The wrapper was sealed when the girl opened it. Sheriff Chad Chronister called the incident despicable on the department's Facebook page and reminded parents to check every piece of candy their children receive trick-or-treating. 4 people, including 2 teenagers, are accused of drag racing in St. Petersburg. The suspects driving on the Gandhi Bridge reportedly reaching speeds of 114 miles an hour. Europe is once again at the epicenter of the COVID-19 pandemic, fueled by daily record deaths and cases in Russia and surges in Ukraine, Poland, and Germany. The continent was the only one to post 1-week increases in deaths at 10% and cases at 9%. A Navy ship named for slain gay rights leader Harvey Milk has been launched in San Diego Bay. The replenishment oiler USNS Harvey Milk days after a bottle of champagne was smashed on the bow in a christening ceremony Saturday. Milk served 4 years in the Navy before being forced out. He then became one of the first openly gay candidates elected to public office. He was serving on the San Francisco Board of Supervisors in 1978 when a former political colleague, Dan White, assassinated him and Mayor George Moscone at City Hall. And lastly, SpaceX's Crew 3 launch is set for Wednesday night at Kennedy Space Center, and launch conditions are 80% go. Women's IRC Pioneers fell a little short to Powerhouse Tallahassee 89-82. AJ Kajusti led Pioneer scorers with 21 Friday night. IRSC followed with a Saturday matinee with the Daytona Falcons, which was totally dominated by the Pioneers, 109-72. 7 Pioneers hit double figures, led by Kyle Fight with 16. Tyree Bryan, Benji Pure, and Amar Brickett added 14 each. The Pioneers hit the road all week with a Tuesday night game in Jacksonville against the Blue Wave at 7 p.m., followed by a pair of tourney games in St. Petersburg against the St. Pete Titans. That's at 2:30 Friday, and a 2:30 Saturday tilt against Florida's best, Northwest Florida State. Now, all 3 games can be heard on WPSL 1590, Alexa, Google Home, and the TuneIn app worldwide. The Pioneers are now 2-1 on the season. News time 6:52. We'll hear weather and traffic together next.
.653 on the Get Up and Go show on the. It's time for traffic and weather together. Bonnie, how's it looking outside?
We are looking fine outside, Evan. We don't have any accidents to report on this Monday morning. And if you see traffic, always let us know about it. We're right here at 220-9788, 220-WSTU. And it's a cool 57 in Port St. Lucie, and in Londonderry, Ireland, a cloudy 56. Here's our weather at WPTV.
Your WPTV First Alert forecast calls for another chilly morning in South Florida, with temperatures starting off in the mid to upper 50s under mostly clear skies. This afternoon, a delightful day on tap. Highs in the mid to upper 70s, plenty of sunshine, low rain chances, and low humidity. Tomorrow, morning lows in the low 60s, highs in the upper 70s, mainly dry with low rain chances. And then Wednesday and Thursday, some showers and storms possible, highs in the low 80s. Friday and Saturday, our next cold front starts to move in, triggering the chance for scattered showers and storms, highs in the low 80s.
I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie on Martin County's Heritage Station, AM 1450 WSTU. Now let's get back to the program with Evan and Bonnie.
Have you been looking for a fun and easy way to skip out on work? Then do what I did. Adopt a bunch of dogs and get paternity leave. I've been off for months using these dogs as a legal loophole. I just adopt a new one every 2 weeks. Hey, get off the couch. And my employer can't fire me. If they try, I can sue, so it's a win-win. Hey, who did this? Who did the doo-doo on the rug? Was it him? Well, they're saying it was you. So visit my socials to find out how paternity leave today. Who spilled the water bowl? Wait.
Paternity leave.
You know,
Wow.
and when you get a little puppy, Evan, don't you think I was going to say, well, you don't deserve that paternity leave, but you almost need it. When you have a puppy, you got to, be there to puppy train it.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
It almost takes a whole day to go find puppy supplies, like his little chew toys, things you can chew on, and the food.
The pee pads.
Yeah, those.
Gotta have, when you get a puppy, it should be mandatory that you purchase pee pads.
Those are like the doggy diapers, right?
Well, you put them down on the ground,
step
and
on
there's
'em?
a scent
Yeah.
in it that is supposed to attract the dog to pee on the puppy pad.
And then you know that he's going in the right place.
Yeah, because you don't want him peeing on your carpet
Yeah.
or your floor.
And if you can take the measures to do that, if your boss gives you a day or two for that paternity leave,
Paternity leave.
you can, have it all planned, and then you can get back to work knowing, have your mind focused on work and not cleaning up a mess when you get home.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, if you have a new dog or a dog that is having puppies, I think that you should be able to submit for paternity leave with pay.
Yeah. I always seem to think that if you lose a pet too, that one bereavement day or two is always a good thing.
Yeah, definitely so.
Yeah.
I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. Hey, folks, we're going to step back and take a short pause for the cause.
That was
Had to get that in there. Hey, don't forget, we got Stewart Air Show tickets coming up in the 8 o'clock hour. All you got to do is sing a little "Oh, It's Magic" for us. And if we think you're good enough, we'll give you a pair of tickets to the Stewart Air Show happening this weekend. Don't you dare go anywhere. Don't even touch that dial. We're WSTU Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station. Here comes the news.
Coming to you live from Stuart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world, it's the award-winning, critically acclaimed Get Up and Go show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from their palatial studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
That's right, our palatial bright studios, as the times have been sent back 1 hour this morning.
Some people just don't know when they're not wanted.
Well, I don't know. I know when I'm wanted. I know Bonnie knows when she's wanted.
Here's another fun way to kill time.
All right, tell me about it.
I heard that.
Well, I don't know if you heard that or not, but I've heard a lot of things in my time. It's 7:08 this morning on the Get Up and Go show. Mr. Clock, would you certify the time?
It's now 7:08 a.m.
7:08 a.m. on the Get Up and Go show. And Bonnie, I think I'm just going to leave and go back to bed because this whole, it's way too bright in here this morning. I'm lost.
Oh yeah, well we're not used to that 1 hour change.
No, I'm
that
lost.
we had over the weekend. It takes a while to adjust, but I think it takes people a longer period to adjust. Like when we spring forward into spring and we lose that hour during the weekend, we gained one.
It was weird going into dinner last night at daylight and then coming out an hour later and it was dark. And I was like, that was definitely different.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be different. I guess if you're going to be driving during those hours, like people on their ride home will, find that it's getting darker earlier and you'll have to turn those headlights on a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
Than you normally do.
Speaking of driving, do you know what went into effect today?
Driving in
Think
effect.
about it. You know what went into effect today? It has to do with driving.
It's the turnpike. On the turnpike, you got to have a pass now.
You got to have a sun pass
no
now.
longer taking the change, right?
That's it.
It's funny you mentioned that, Evan, because I don't have to drive the turnpike till Thursday. I could drive it today, or I could opt to take the back roads home. I think I'm going to take the back roads home until I do get that.
There's a sign on the booth as you get off in Stuart. I saw it this morning and says, do not stop, continue.
Continue
driving. In that booth that the elderly person who'd worked the overnight shift used to sit in that booth.
Is
and
empty?
I would see that
Is
that
empty
booth
now?
is dark.
Oh no, say it isn't so. I hope now I'm going to drive through there and not see Sal anymore. Sal, my favorite toll booth gentleman who I, have a little conversation with and not holding back traffic when we do.
Yeah, not at that time of the morning. But yes,
Wow.
all the toll booths now are absolutely
Empty.
cashless.
It's empty.
It's a cash-free system now.
Wow.
Yeah.
They'll keep you moving. And I think it says, keep on moving, we'll bill you. I've got a lot of those in the past.
I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not sure what it says there. I just know it just says, do not stop, keep moving.
So I know people are wondering when they're going to have that little bill come in the mail.
Unless they're going to a free system and they're not going to charge anything anymore either. Because you know what I noticed too, when I went through the Sun Pass lane this morning, there was a plastic bag covering the little sign when you go through. It says Go Sun Pass. That was covered up this morning.
But you know what? I don't think it's ever going to be for free because we got to keep up the roadways. Somebody's got to pay for the roads.
Yeah.
Unless that new infrastructure bill that passed over the weekend with the Biden administration with what was it in something like more than it was in the $1.3 trillion range. Unless that's going to pay for it for our roads.
I don't know.
But I doubt it.
I don't know. The nice advantage of having a Sun Pass, of course, you get a cheaper toll. It's less expensive. Where opposed to when they had cash, it was a little more expensive, or they did that like toll by plate thing where they send you the bill in the mail and then you got to pay it and all that garbage. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Anyway, let's do some birthdays. Today's date, November the 8th, 2021. If you're celebrating a birthday today, we, of course, say happy birthday to you and yours. Bonnie, what do you have this morning?
Just happy birthday, I guess, to Paul, the sheriff up north.
Okay.
And Paul had a birthday yesterday.
All right.
So a happy belated birthday to my friend Paul we went to school with.
Very good. Very good. Lauren Elena is 27 years old today. Her biggest hit was Road Less Traveler. Never heard of Lauren Elena.
I think she was in American Idol, and she was on the year that Scotty McCreery was on. I think who won American Idol.
Yeah, she was a runner-up, maybe.
Runner-up or
yeah,
something.
something like that.
Yeah.
Jessica Loundis is 33. That's Adriana Tate Duncan on 90210. Ozzy Osbourne's kid, Jack Osbourne, 36 years old today.
He's 36 already.
Yeah, I wonder if he's ever bitten any bat heads off like his dad.
I don't think so.
Hope not.
I've seen their show where they go on the road together. You know, they go on travels. I think they started down in Key West and they were going through the states and hitting these cool cities. And Jack Osbourne, he's actually like really into history. He's kind of like a history buff.
Yeah, for sure.
And on the show, he seems quite knowledgeable. I quite like him, but I don't think he's following in Dad's footsteps.
Hope not.
And biting bat heads.
I hope not.
Hopefully, no.
Dania Ramirez is 42. That's Aiden Eden on Sweet Tooth. Tara Reid, 46. That's April in the Sharknado movies. Matthew Riss is 47. That's the Russian spy Philip Jennings on The Americans. Gretchen Mole, 49 years old today. Gillian Dermody on Boardwalk Empire.
Boardwalk Empire.
I
that was a good series.
I can't even say this name. Tech 9. Tech N, the number 9 NE is 50 years old today. He's an American rapper whose real name is Aaron Yates. Why the heck would you change your name to Tech 9? I don't know.
He wants to follow in your footsteps and become a 9.
No. No, you don't want to become a 9. Parker Posey is 53. That's Dr. Smith on the Netflix remake Lost in Space. Courtney Thorne Smith, 54 years old today. That's Jim Belushi's wife on According to Jim. Gordon Ramsay. Oh, yes. Who does not know who Gordon Ramsay is? The chef.
You either love him or you hate him that show.
55 years old today.
Yeah. His kitchen nightmares, you know, I love to watch.
Hell's Kitchen. That's the other one, too.
Yep. And he can get very abrasive. And you wouldn't want to mess with Chef Ramsay either. He's very tall.
Now, this next person, I wonder how many brain cells he has left. Leif Garrett. 60 years old today.
You know, when in the scheme of things, you think of Leif Garrett and you think of Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah.
Leif Garrett is 5 years older than Chef Ramsay at 60. You don't picture Leif being 60, do you now? Teen Beat magazine boy, all of the pictures.
He had that blonde hair that was like the girls went nuts over this kid.
Sure did.
Back in the day.
Because he looked like one of the girls.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that boy was prettier than I was.
He was prettier than almost every girl back in the day.
He actually looked like a girl that I grew up with.
Looked too pretty to be a boy. Ricky Lee Jones, 67 years old today. That's Chucky's in Love. Alfred Woodard is 69 years old today. Bonnie Raitt, 72 years old today. Bonnie, there you go.
Yeah, give them something to talk about,
That's right. I Can't Make You Love Me and Have a Heart.
All right. Bonnie at 72 now.
Celebrating birthdays in the heavens. Darla Wood passed away in 79 from the Little Rascals.
Darla. Oh, you know, I was at the flea market on Saturday and I should have bought it. There was a picture of the Our Gangers, and Darla was in that. So was Spanky, Alfalfa. Nice picture size, about the size of that computer up there. Vintage. I should have bought it.
It's National Cook Something Bold and Pungent Day.
Bold and pungent.
Bold and pungent.
What would be bold and pungent?
I have no idea.
Let's see. Cooking something bold and pungent.
Yes, I don't know.
Meaning pungent would have a certain odor to it.
That's a big boy word for me. I'm sorry.
It would be something kind of spicy and pungent smelling.
Okay.
I'm trying to look to see what kind of food that would be.
Okay.
Something maybe on your holiday table.
Possibly. Cook something bold and pungent, they say today.
And in the bold and pungent recipes, I guess you would use flavors like mustard seed, onions, ginger, turmeric, and garlic. So maybe something garlicky like Chang's garlic noodles.
There you go.
Or Golden Corral bourbon chicken.
It's also National Harvey Wallbanger Day. Sit back, relax, and sip on your favorite refreshing alcoholic beverage today.
A sweet Harvey Wallbanger.
That's a tongue twister. And speaking of tongue twisters, It's International Tongue Twister Day, Bonnie. International Tongue Twister Day. Just listen.
In honor of International Tongue Twister Day, repeat after me.
Warning, do not try repeating this live on the radio unless you want to lose your job.
I am a sheet slitter. I slit sheets. I'm the best darn sheet slitter that ever slid a sheet. How many sheets could a sheet slitter slit if a sheet slitter could slit sheets?
And have a nice International Tongue Twister Day.
There you go. How much wood can a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck can't chuck wood?
Here's a hard one. Fred fed Ted bread and Ted fed Fred bread.
What?
Fred fed Ted bread and Ted fed Fred bread.
Interesting.
He
Sally sells she sells. That's the hardest one.
That's always been an for me.
Really?
She sells seashells by the seashore. I must have practiced it because it just rolls. That one kind of like rolls off the tongue for me.
She sells seashells by the seashore.
By the seashore.
Sal, how about started off with Sally sells seashells by the seashore.
Sally sells seashells by the seashore.
There you go.
It's just something that I can rattle out. He threw 3 free throws, but
What?
say it 10 times fast.
Where do you know? Where are you coming up with all these?
He threw 3 free throws.
Wow, that's amazing.
Because I kind of like looked up. I like tongue twisters,
twisters?
and a skunk sat on a stump and thunked the stump stunk, but the stump thunked the stunk skunk. Okay, we'll try it again.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Give me another one.
A skunk sat on a stump and thunked the stump stunk, but the stump stunk the skunk stunk.
Wow.
Those are anyway.
Okay then. Hi. Good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning.
Hey, what's happening there, Sunshine? Do you have a tongue twister for us this morning?
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. How many pecks of pickled peppers did Peter Piper pick?
That rolls off of her tongue now, you see.
Oh boy. That was a good one.
Peter Piper picked a peck. Now that one doesn't roll off my tongue.
No.
I can't do it quite like Rachel.
Rachel, do that one again for me.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. How many pecks of pickled peppers did Peter Piper pick?
Now I think
Wow,
that's like
holy crap.
up there with the seashells one. I think that's like
Yeah.
one of the more popular
Wow.
popular ones.
Maybe that'll be tomorrow's challenge for a pair of tickets to the air show.
Yeah,
do
right?
a tongue twister. Wow. Okay.
A synonym for cinnamon is a synonym for cinnamon. Okay, a synonym for cinnamon is a cinnamon. A synonym for cinnamon is a cinnamon synonym. Synonym.
Well, you got a whole list of them over there, don't you?
Yes.
Wow.
But they're fun.
Give me another one.
Let's see. Is it harder to toot or to tutor two tutors or to toot? Is it harder to toot or to tutor two tutors to toot? That I like. I mean, that kind of rolls off.
Rachel, you got another one for us?
Nope, that's the only one I know.
Oh, okay. All right.
The woodchuck one though is always
Yeah, how much
a fun
wood can a
one.
woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck can't chuck wood?
See, now that one rolls off Evan's tongue. The woodchuck one.
I remember that one from camp when I was a child. We used
How
to
much
have
wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
There you go, that one.
Very good.
Yeah, she did that one.
That's a fun one too.
That was a good one. So anyway, yesterday was like I was telling you earlier, Bonnie, we had a great day. Took the train down, took the train back. If you ever want to go down to Miami for the day, Bonnie, and go down to Bayside and the shopping district and stuff like that, Rachel and I would highly recommend hop on the Bright Line. It's a great ride down and a great ride back.
Now you got to get on in West Palm, don't
Yeah,
you?
it's the only place you can get on, West
Yeah.
Palm or in Fort Lauderdale.
Can you leave your car close by the
There's
West
a parking
Palm one?
garage right there. It's literally probably 200 feet away.
How much does it cost to
$10
park?
all day.
All day to park.
$10
and
all
then-
day. And
Yeah.
you get on the train and you go.
Oh, that sounds like a
Yeah.
fun
Some
day.
even when you have the kids, that's another thing to do. Possibly.
them,
Yeah,
maybe.
take them down to the shopping district down in Miami. They would love it down there.
Or take a girlfriend with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make a shopping day out
Oh
of it.
yeah.
Anyway, hey, we got to run. We got to get to news. Have a great day. Thanks for calling in. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but we got work to do around here.
Love you.
Love you too. Bye-bye. 7:21 on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for news. So let's go right to the news desk where Bonnie's standing by with the morning headlines. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. Beginning today, the U.S. lifts COVID restrictions for fully vaccinated international travelers from 33 countries. Miami International Airport spokesman Greg Chin says they are looking forward to the influx.
We have the facilities prepared. We have our third passport clearance facility open now in preparation for that. We're definitely ready to be back to where we were before.
Fully vaccinated travelers must provide proof plus a negative COVID test. One person died, and an 83-year-old woman was taken to a hospital after a Friday morning fire on Southeast Trillo Street, according to the St. Lucie County Fire District and Port St. Lucie Police. Crews at 10:04 a.m. went to the residential fire in the 2200 block of Southeast Trillo Street. Port St. Lucie police spokesperson said the home east of US 1 in southern Port St. Lucie was engulfed in flames. One person was found dead in the back of the house. At this time, we cannot confirm the identity of the deceased, he said, standing at the scene. An 83-year-old female was transported to the hospital. The spokesman said his agency is investigating the death, but said it does not appear to involve foul play. Brenda Stokes, Fire District spokesperson, said an electrical malfunction caused the fire and that it was an accident. The point of origin was a ceiling in the back bedroom. Surveillance video posted on Facebook shows an apparent act of arson at the temporary Pulse nightclub shooting memorial in Orlando. It appears to show a man in a wheelchair starting the fire about a month ago. An 8-year-old girl in Florida bit into her Halloween candy Friday and was cut by a blade hidden in the chocolate, authorities said. The Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office is investigating after the girl's mother called to report the incident. Authorities said a piece of an X-Acto knife blade was hidden in the mini chocolate bar. The wrapper was sealed when the girl opened it. Sheriff Chad Chronister called the incident despicable on the department's Facebook page and reminded parents to check every piece of candy their children receive trick-or-treating. And lastly, a close ally of former President Trump is discussing running for governor. Roger Stone says he doesn't want to see Governor Ron DeSantis get reelected and then immediately abandon Florida to run for president. Miami Dolphins' 7-game losing streak is over after a 17-9 victory over the Houston Texans at Miami. A highlight of the 17-9 game was the leaping one-handed catch made by tight end Mike Gesicki.
Yeah, I work on that a lot. The catches, everybody sees them on Sunday, but they happen, behind the scenes and things like that. One of our strength coaches, Jim Mangiero, he throws me so many damn footballs. You'd think he's a jug machine.
And the Jacksonville Jaguars are 9-6 upset winners over the Buffalo Bills. In other wins, Denver beating Dallas yesterday. Atlanta, a close one with New Orleans, 27-25. Giants upsetting Las Vegas 23-16. And it was New England over Carolina 24-6. News time at 7:25, and we'll have weather and traffic together for you next.
7:25 on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. Bonnie, how's it looking outside this morning?
Well, it's looking good right here, Evan. No accidents on our major highways. US 1, everything is running smoothly right there. I do remember Port St. Lucie Boulevard this morning. If you were heading, eastbound on Port St. Lucie Boulevard right at Aroso, that was knocked down to 2 lanes. The right lane is blocked off in that area due to some road construction. There's your latest look at traffic. It's 60 degrees right here in Stuart, and in Rockville, Maryland, it's 40. Here's our weather from WPTV.
Your WPTV First Alert forecast calls for another chilly morning in South Florida, with temperatures starting off in the mid to upper 50s under mostly clear skies. This afternoon, a delightful day on tap. Highs in the mid to upper 70s, plenty of sunshine, low rain chances, and low humidity. Tomorrow, morning lows in the low 60s, highs in the upper 70s, mainly dry with low rain chances. And then Wednesday and Thursday, some showers and storms possible, highs in the low 80s. Friday and Saturday, our next cold front starts to move in, triggering the chance for scattered showers and storms, highs in the low 80s.
I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
Listening to the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie on Martin County's Heritage Station, AM 1450 WSTU. Now let's get back to the program with Evan and Bonnie.
This is not headline news. The Rock will stop using real guns in all his movies. Not to be outdone, Vin Diesel will stop attempting real dialogue in all of his. Pete Davidson has 3 dogs, and they all can't wait to meet Kim Kardashian's Ken. Kanye West says Kim Kardashian is still his wife. Either that or he's caught in the gravitational pull of her boohine. And ABBA dropped a new album. They expected bigger sales, but then remembered most of their fans are dead. This is not headline news.
From Not Headline News, we go to the stupid stuff.
And now it's time for Stupid News.
It's so stupid and awesome.
Where we ask the important questions.
Are some people too stupid to live?
Why are people so stupid?
So before we get to the stupid stuff, let's get to the phone call real quick, because I hate making people wait. I don't want to be rude. So good morning. You're on the radio.
It is I, Randy.
Ah, Randy. How are you?
Good.
You do realize you're an hour early.
You're right. Say goodbye, Randy. Goodbye, Randy. My bad.
We got
somebody. Randy, it's okay. We are wishing that it really was 8:30.
Oh my gosh,
you know, we
Daylight savings time got me.
Wow.
You know, you are a man of Mars.
He's looking obviously at 1 clock at his house that did not get put back an hour.
It must be that clock from outer space.
The wind-up
that
clock.
he's looking at.
Yes.
Well, that's what happens when you're up in Columbus,
I see.
Ohio over the weekend. You get confused.
Oh, yeah, of course. Because what's your time up there in Columbus? Is
The same as here.
8:30.
Yeah.
Same as here, but I was going to use it as an excuse, but you'd catch me on it anyway.
Yeah.
So are you going to call us back 1 hour from now?
He
We're
better.
Yes, I will.
Oh,
He
yeah.
better.
Yes, sir.
That's fine.
All right, Randy. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. It was great.
We're like, Randy, why are you calling now, Randy?
I know,
What's
right?
What's going on?
So let's go to Indonesia, East Java, Indonesia, where a couple has written to the country's president pleading for a birth certificate for their 3-year-old child. Now, according to the dad, local officials and registrars refused the couple, Arif Akbar and Suci Nur Azaya, a birth certificate for their child because his name was just simply too long and did not fit on the document. Okay, didn't fit on the document. The full name of the child, you ready for this, Bonnie?
Yeah.
I'm going to try to say this. It's
well,
2.5 lines.
It's tongue twister day, so.
It's 2.5 lines long. The full name of the child is Ranga Madhipa Sucha Jiwa Kordasega Akri Askala Mughal Ikanat Akbar Sahara P. Tharak Zayad Saifuddin Quats Koshala Suri Talenta.
And once that child learns to spell and remembers that name, that's going to be the smartest child in the world.
He's probably going to wish his name was John Smith after that.
Yeah.
Wow.
John or Bob.
Why in God's name would you name your child with that long of a name? That's redonkulous.
Maybe they wanted to teach him how to spell better.
That's just crazy. Totally, completely crazy.
I think that's probably going to chalk that one down as probably the longest name in the world.
I've never heard of that one before. Let's go to Lincoln, Nebraska, where police made a routine traffic stop that turned out to be anything but routine, Bonnie. Officers pulled over a white 1999 Ford F-150 after area homeowners called to report the vehicle was seen driving erratically through the neighborhood. Now, it turns out the driver, a 30-year-old man by the name of Cody Ryan, was wanted for outstanding felony warrant and was taken into custody. But then the real party actually started. When officers searched Ryan, they found an item in his pocket that was identified by the fire inspector as an illegal explosive device. Police said the device was homemade and intended to explode upon impact with a hard surface. Oh, and Ryan was driving on a revoked license too, Bonnie. At
Bad
the same
Ryan.
time.
Bad Ryan.
He was arrested for his outstanding warrant, possession of destructive device, and driving with a revoked license the second time.
The second time
Second
around.
time, not first. Second time.
Don't drive without that license, Ryan.
Stupidity at its best.
Yeah.
A young mother recently walked into a police station in China with a bizarre choker around her neck. It was a gray and yellow bicycle locking device, similar to what is called a U-lock.
And she had it around her neck?
Yes, around her neck. She told the staff at the police department in China that her son was playing with the lock next to her as she was cleaning the bathroom when he suddenly put it around her neck and locked it. Yes, he locked it. She thought it was funny at first as it was her lock and she knew the unlock code. But it turned out that the boy had somehow changed the unlock code.
Oh my gosh.
And now neither of them knew the combination to unlock the lock.
Still wrapped around her neck.
Wrapped around her neck.
I hope she has a slender neck. No, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
It's probably wrapped pretty tight. Did he wrap it tight?
Yeah. She was locked up. No pun intended.
I guess so. And that's no laughing matter.
No, not at all. This week, we heard that a record number of people are quitting their jobs, and it sounds like a Target distribution center in Kalamazoo, Michigan, may be hiring people soon. Workers there were just notified that they'd be getting $2 per hour more during the 2 busiest weeks this holiday season. Now, that sounds pretty good, but apparently it was lower than the boost they were expecting to get.
This was at Target?
At Target.
I heard that they were doing that.
Now, the next day, the employees were given strange fortune cookies that said things like, quote, "I see money in your future. It's not yours, though." Now,
it's somebody else's money?
I guess. And this cookie fell on the ground.
Oh.
Naturally, the employees were not amused.
Did somebody step on it and crush the cookie?
Probably. Now, Target insists the cruel fortune cookies were not a joke and that they inadvertently ordered ones with these kind of sayings. By the way, it's unclear what raise the employees were actually expecting, but one person did suggest that he's being paid less than new hirees are getting. That said, Target boosted their minimum wage over the past few years, and last year they gave out holiday bonuses starting at $500
that's
to make
pretty
up for
sweet.
the mishap.
Yeah.
So there you go.
That's a sweet holiday bonus, right?
That's a nice little holiday bonus.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very nice.
I wonder how long you would have to have worked there or any kind of conditions to get that nice bonus.
Probably eternity. Probably eternity.
What's kind of cool though is some of these department stores I've been hearing they're paying for your college tuition.
Yeah.
Some of them are forcing
I saw that.
out. That would be a cool, incentive to go there, especially if you're just starting out.
Gavin came home the other day and he goes, "Dad, guess what I got?" I'm like, "What?" He goes, "I got another $100 Publix gift card."
Oh yeah.
They gave another one out to all the employees.
Beautiful.
They've been doing this like about once a month during while the pandemic's been going on.
Yeah.
As a little way of saying thank you for working through the pandemic.
Just because.
Yeah. I think that's really nice they do that.
That's excellent.
41-year-old Shannon Gray has been sentenced to 51 months in prison after she used fraudulent checks to purchase approximately $50,000 in postage stamps.
In postage stamps?
Bonnie.
What in the world?
$50,000 in postage stamps. Wow.
What's she sending in that mail?
Well, she admitted that in September 2019, she had purchased the stamps from post offices in Pennsylvania, Kentucky, and West Virginia using personal checks that were not even hers. She's also been ordered to pay back $48,610.91 in restitution. The case was investigated by the United States Postal Inspection Service and the West Hempfield Township Police Department. Whatever her motivation, she may have was not released.
I wonder if there's like some kind of a weird fetish there where she's addicted to licking stamps or something. Something in those stamps.
$50,000.
That's incredible, huh?
I used to think, don't think this is weird, but way back in the day, I haven't mailed a letter in forever. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I have not gone to the post office and mailed a letter in
I'm
forever.
mailing one today. It's my car payment.
There you go. You don't do it online? You do it on mail. Okay.
I send it through the mail. I guess.
That's nothing wrong with it. But way back in the day when my dad would ask me to put stamps on the envelopes to get ready for the mail, and I was a kid, I used to like run to lick the stamps.
You would enjoy it.
Yeah, because it had like this really cool taste to it.
Kind of a minty taste flavor,
I
right?
I don't know, maybe I was weird or
Tasted
something.
kind of good.
Yeah, it did.
It
I didn't get a buzz from it or nothing.
It reminded you of like spearmint chewing gum or something,
Yeah,
right?
something of that
Wintergreen.
3 carjackers attempted to steal a car in Virginia recently on a Tuesday. That was last week. Their first interesting decision was attempting the theft outside of a gym. One of the thieves was able to get the keys from the owner, but the owner was trained in mixed martial arts, and, well, the owner fought back. The guy who grabbed the keys got inside the car.
Sounds like Cobra Kai.
Yeah. Guy who grabbed the keys got inside the car, but he couldn't do anything because it was a manual transmission and he didn't know how to drive a stick shift.
Ha ha ha.
So all 3 hijackers or carjackers retreated to their own cars and drove off. It wasn't long before the police were on their tail and they decided to lead the cops on a high-speed chase. Eventually, they pulled over, ran into the woods, and the cops caught up with them, and they yelled at the guys, "Stop, or they're going to unleash the canine dog."
Ooh, here comes the canine. Ooh.
So 2 men gave themselves up immediately, but the third tried to run, but he didn't make it 50 yards before the dog got him right in the buttocks.
Cameron got him right. I was going to guess that
Yeah,
next.
got him right in the butt. All 3 have been hit with an array of charges.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
So they knew how to take off in their own vehicles, but they didn't know how to drive the one that they were stealing.
Yeah, exactly.
The canine got him in the end anyway.
Yeah, they got him in the arse.
A good ending.
Yes, good. No pun intended there. Good ending.
Yeah.
Yeah, got him right in the
Yeah.
inside. Frustrated with her husband's repeated broken promises to care for his prized fish and regularly clean the aquarium, Mia Kurniawan of Indonesia made a TikTok video of her scaling and seasoning the freshwater fish before deep frying it. Now, in the video, she says, "My husband kept promising to clean the aquarium after I told him to. I thought it would be delicious if I fried it." Now, in the comments, many expressed outrage, with some leaving messages of support for her husband's loss. In subsequent videos, the lady said that her husband is looking to buy another arowana fish and has forgiven her for killing the first one.
Oh my gosh.
The Asian arowana, or commonly named a dragonfish, is a prized possession and is a symbol of wealth and prosperity in countries of China and Japan. Apparently, they're also very delicious.
But this is her husband that she took
Yeah,
that
she
fish
took the
from, and
fish out of the tank and she scaled it and
No.
fried it
No,
because he wasn't keeping the tank clean.
well,
Yeah, so
Yeah.
she figured she'd do that, teach him a lesson.
oh my gosh.
Yeah. Lastly, a 43-year-old guy named Matthew Huber got arrested for trying to break into somebody's truck outside of Walmart in Vero Beach last week. As he told the police, he was looking for stuff to steal, but he needed money to see his imaginary girlfriend.
A man that was sitting in his imaginary truck, or
Yes.
there really was a truck.
The girlfriend's name is Emma, and he said he only sees her when he's on meth.
Oh my gosh.
So he was looking for stuff to steal so he could sell it and use the money to buy the drugs so he could see his girlfriend again. He's facing felony charges for burglary, plus another charge for carrying a concealed weapon while committing a crime, because he also had a knife on him. So there you go.
Oh,
Very interesting stuff.
right up there in our area of Vero.
Vero Beach, not too far from here, probably an hour north of here. Anyway, there's your stupid news for a Monday morning, November the 8th, 2020. Almost forgot what year it was, 2021.
But it is 7:44, not
Yes.
not 8:44 right
Did
now.
I say 8:44?
No.
Oh.
But I'm just.
You scared me there for a minute.
But you seriously, one could see why you would do that if you did.
Yeah.
Because of the time change.
You startled me for a minute there. I'm like, God, did I say it was 8:44? I'm really throwing people. Anyway,
No.
time now is officially 7:44. So without further ado, we're going to go to the news desk at 7:44 and check in with Bonnie. She's got the headlines, all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning once again. For the first time since the pandemic started, travelers from more than 30 countries will be allowed to enter the U.S. as long as they're vaccinated and test negative for COVID, and that could help Florida's economy.
Those nations include China, Brazil, the UK, and the European Union, according to St. Petersburg immigration lawyer Steve Maggi.
All the ones that are the main drawers of tourism to Florida, as well as investments.
That doesn't just mean a potential return of foreign tourists, but also more investors. Foreign direct investment in Florida businesses accounts for around 366,000 jobs, the fourth highest number of any U.S. state. I'm Gordon Bird.
One person died, and an 83-year-old woman was taken to a hospital after a Friday morning fire on Southeast Trillo Street, according to the St. Lucie County Fire District and Port St. Lucie Police. Fire District crews at 10:04 a.m. went to the residential fire in the 2200 block of Southeast Trillo Street. Port St. Lucie Police spokesperson said the home east of US 1 in southern Port St. Lucie was engulfed in flames. One person was found dead in the back of the house. Not confirm the identity of the deceased, he said, standing at the. An 83-year-old female was transported to the hospital. The spokesman said his agency is investigating the death, but said it does not appear to involve foul play. Brenda Stokes, Fire District spokesperson, said an electrical malfunction caused the fire and that it was an accident. The point of origin was a ceiling in the back bedroom. Senator Rick Scott said he will be at the Port of Palm Beach on Monday to discuss the country's ongoing supply chain problems. The senator's office released a statement Sunday afternoon that said Scott will hold a 2:30 p.m. roundtable discussion with business and retail leaders. In the announcement, Scott took a jab at President Joe Biden, calling his policies disastrous and socialist. During Monday's event, Scott said he and other speakers will discuss what solutions can be implemented to help families in Florida and across the U.S. Governor Ron DeSantis announced last month in Jacksonville that Florida's ports are open and ready to help alleviate the country's supply chain issues. The global supply chain problem has existed for months due to the pandemic, causing American companies to scramble to find parts and goods to build their products. This has also caused import prices to surge due to demand outweighing supply. 4 people, including 2 teenagers, are accused of drag racing in St. Petersburg. The suspects driving on the Gandhi Bridge reportedly reaching speeds of 114 miles an hour. And lastly, Europe is once again at the epicenter of the COVID-19 pandemic, fueled by daily record deaths and cases in Russia and surges in Ukraine, Poland, and Germany. The continent was the only one to post 1-week increases in deaths at 10% and cases at 9%. Well, 6 teams from the Treasure Coast will duke it out football state titles beginning next week after the FHSAA released the playoff brackets Sunday. 2 teams earned number 2 seeds in their regions, as undefeated Martin County will host number 7 seed Vera in Region 2 7A, and 7-1 Treasure Coast number 7 seed Palm Beach Gardens at home. For the Tigers, it will be their first home playoff game since 2006, which was the last time Martin County claimed a district championship. News time 7:49, and we'll have weather and traffic together next.
50 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. Bonnie, how's it looking outside right now?
We are looking at a clear ride on a Monday morning. You got to get there by 8:30. Yes, you should arrive there on time. Things are looking good. This includes I-95, the Turnpike, everything up to speed right now. If you see, let us know. We're at 220-9788, 220-WSTU. It's a cool morning to 57 in Port St. Lucie. In Naha, Japan this morning, it's 70. Here's more on our weather at WPTV.
Your WPTV First Alert forecast calls for another chilly morning in South Florida, with temperatures starting off in the mid to upper 50s under mostly clear skies. This afternoon, a delightful day on tap. Highs in the mid to upper 70s, plenty of sunshine, low rain chances, and low humidity. Tomorrow, morning lows in the low 60s, in the upper 70s, mainly dry with low rain chances. And then Wednesday and Thursday, some showers and storms possible, highs in the low 80s. The front starts to move in, triggering the chance for scattered showers and storms in the low 80s.
I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
The Get Up and Go Show would love to hear from you live on the air. Give us a call at any time. Now let's get back to the program. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
Time now is 7:56. That's right, 7:56, not 8:56. It's 7:56. And don't forget, coming up in the 8 o'clock hour, we're going to be giving away a pair of tickets to the Stewart Air Show. Going to be happening this upcoming weekend over at Witham Field. Going to be a great time had by all. And all you have to do is sing for us. Just the opening line to the song, "Oh, oh, oh, It's Magic." It's that simple, and we'll magically give you a pair of tickets.
Yeah, and we'll probably take a certain number caller to do it.
Mhm.
And, people from back in that day remember the song. Heck, the kids know the song now with the Ozempic commercial,
Yeah.
I guess. They're
Mhm.
hearing it all the time.
Yeah.
That ad comes on every now and then.
So you just got to sing the opening line.
But don't say Ozempic.
Yeah, just say magic.
Say it's magic.
Yeah, because we don't own the rights to Ozempic. Anyway.
We don't have any Ozempic here, I don't think.
No, definitely not.
You know what's funny about that, Evan?
Mhm.
You hear the ads, those ads come on all the time, and sometimes they're so good that you forget. We know it's a drug, but do you even know what the drug is about?
Ozempic?
Yeah.
No.
See,
I have no idea.
it just completely goes on the
It's an
wayside.
earworm jingle is what it is.
Yeah.
It's just an earworm. That's all it is.
But I mean, sometimes the fact that it's a good commercial, it's a good ad, but sometimes it covers what the whole thing is about.
Mm-hmm.
What's Ozempic and what is it about?
You and I are going to be out at the air show this upcoming weekend. I'll be there on Saturday from about 9 o'clock in the morning till 2 in the afternoon. You're going to pop by, I think, around 11 o'clock or
Probably
something like
about
that.
10 or 11.
10 or 11,
I'm a
something like
morning
that.
person.
Okay.
I'll probably do it about 10 or 11 and
Okay.
maybe get out of there by 1 or 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, rumor has it they're going to stick you in the cockpit of one of those fighter jets.
Oh, could you
going to go up there
imagine?
and go upside down and all that
I
good
might
stuff?
as well. I went on a roller coaster last week.
I can't believe you did that.
Last weekend we were on Kraken.
Mm-hmm.
Kraken at SeaWorld.
Mm-hmm. You were cracking up, right?
And
no pun intended.
I went on another one too. Let's see, what was that one
Is it
called?
the praying manta?
Mako.
Oh, the Mako, yes.
Yeah, but I think you're right. I think there is a praying manta there as well,
Mhm.
which I wasn't able to go on that coaster. But
Mm.
Mako was definitely scary.
Mm.
It's named after one of the fastest known sharks, Mako. And when you were on that sucker,
That didn't go upside down,
you
did
were-
it?
that one didn't. But
Okay.
I thought it was even scarier than Kraken, which
Mm.
did go upside down.
Okay.
But both of them definitely very fast and twisty turns, and your belly flipping a million
right.
times.
Wow.
and on that Mako one, like a lot of times you felt like you were going to spring right out of your seat, Evan.
Feel like a fish out of water.
Exactly.
go.
Like Flapper.
Folks, we're going to take a short pause for the cause. We'll be back right after the news right here at WSTU Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station.
Coming to you live from Stuart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world. It's the award-winning, critically acclaimed Get Up and Go show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from their palatial studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer. It is November the 8th, 2021.
How are you feeling now? What line of work are you in?
Well, I'm a radio talk show host, and so is Bonnie, all right? Is that good enough for you?
May I have your attention, please?
You may have my attention.
We've got a show to do.
That's right. We have got a show to do for you. 8:08 the time. Mr. Clock, would you please?
It's now 8:08 a.m.
8:08 a.m. on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. And Bonnie, you know it's time for our weekly visit with our favorite superintendent. The one and only Dr. John Millay from the Martin County School System is joining us, as always, with that wonderful smile on his face.
Yeah. His smile is award-winning.
Very infectious, I must say. Definitely so. Good morning, John.
Well, good. Y'all are making me smile more. Thank you.
We like when you show those pearly whites.
I'm blushing.
His cheeks are rosy red, as they say. Definitely.
Well, lots to be happy about Martin County Schools. You know, it's kind of nice with things are getting more back to normal each and every day, and it's smooth start this morning as of now. So knock on wood.
That's a beautiful
proud
thing.
of all of our staff and students.
It's a beautiful thing. Recently, the outstanding leaders were named for the 2021-2022 Principal and Assistant Principal of the Year. That's some exciting news, isn't it?
Yes, we did that on October 29th. We honored 2 veteran educators with these awards. Janice Mills, shout out to Janice of Spectrum Academy. She was named Principal of the Year, and that's one of our alternative high schools. And it's one of the first times we've had one of our alternative schools win that award. So proud of her. And Andrew Connolly, Mr. Connolly of South Fork High School. He's an assistant principal there. He was named the district assistant principal of the year. So each is known, they're servant leaders. They go the extra mile to ensure their students and their schools are supportive environments for our kids. So great this morning. And what we'll do, we submit, those are the Martin County, we submit their names. Like Janice will go on for the state of Florida principal of the year in a pool of candidates. Drew Connolly will go on to the assistant principal pool for the state of Florida. And those winners will be announced in the spring of 2022. So we wish them the best of luck as they move forward.
That's exciting.
Yep. Do they have to do anything eventful or anything to, up and coming before they go in like the national pool? Or
there's to be the state pool. Then if they win the state, they go for a national, but they have to submit like an application. So they then have to, now they're going against some of their peers. So the other 67, all 67 counties will have someone. So their application is considered against all those others. So they'll talk about achievements at the school, maybe areas of growth, things that they've worked with, how they've served their schools. So we'll see. There's been times over the years where we've had some runners, people that have placed really high on the list. So we'll find out. We'll find out this spring.
That's most excellent. We
Good
have some
stuff.
great people here
Good
in Martin
stuff.
County.
That would be great if they both went on to win the state and went on to win the nationals. Boy, Martin County would be well represented, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely
just to
so.
be in the conversation is awesome. So I know they're excited just to be that local. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Talk to me about the Martys. Wow, that's exciting stuff happening, isn't it?
Yes. The star shone bright. 21 Martin Arts Award ceremony held November 2nd. At the Lyric Theater in downtown Stuart. Since 2003, the Martin Arts Awards program, which is presented by the Martin Arts Foundation, has been the premier celebration of the arts on the Treasure Coast. Each year, they select local artists, volunteers, leaders in the arts are honored with prestigious Marty's Awards. So this year's award winners from the Martin County School District, we had Connie Dane. Miss Dane is the Exceptional Student Education Teacher winner. She's at Jensen Beach High School. She won a Lifetime Achievement in the Arts Awards, and that she has a choir made up of singers with disabilities. She started that, the Friends group, it's called. It was in 1989. It was always her heart's desire where students with disabilities, there'd be a choir with singers. They could perform and do their very best, whether they could sing aloud or not. So that has been a great source of pride for the community, and I know she's excited about that. So we're proud of Miss Dane. And then Ashley Monks, she's an art teacher at Indiantown Middle School. She won the Excellence in Arts Education Award. She's passionate, of course, about the arts, and she's now in her 14th year as an art educator. She's constantly writing grants to where she'll get money to do cool projects with her kids. She's been awarded well over $40,000 over the years in different grants. Yeah, it's great.
Wow.
She recently was awarded a grant that helped introduce students in Indiantown Middle School to 3D printers and virtual reality headsets to take them on adventures, of course, to museums all around the world. So this virtual, it was the arts to study, get some technology where they could see visual arts going into museums. So I thought that was pretty neat too. And two more, Christopher Carnes, South Fork High School, the Student Visual Artist Award. He likes to use his art skills and creativity to educate and inspire people on how to make a change in the world. One of his pieces, Affected, demonstrates this idea. It shows a beautiful ocean scene and a young sea turtle swimming. When a UV light is projected over the piece, the viewer can see toxic algae in the water and skeletons of the sea turtle and fish. So it's kind of a visual play there. And you can see the plastic and the man-made pollution in the system. So one time it looks kind of nice and healthy, and then you put UV, you see all this basically trash for their environment. So for 5 years, Christopher has worked with students of all ages at Visionary School of the Arts and within the Boys and Girls Clubs of Martin County. He's participated in art projects to help catch the wave of hope, Waterfest, and a firefighters charity. While he doesn't plan to be an art major in college, he hopes to continue painting and use his creativity. So that was neat. And then Katie Vitale, last but not least, from Jensen Beach High School, the Student Performing Theater Artist Award. She says, when I'm on stage, I completely lose myself in the song. So she says she's transported to a different universe where I'm not merely singing someone else's song, but I become the song. I thought that was kind of cool.
Wow.
In addition to being an actress, Katie's a talented vocalist and trumpet player in Jensen Beach High School's renowned Falcon Pride Band. And I was able to see a few weeks ago, I went to the homecoming and got to see even, they had a band contest prior to that. But it's great to see our students perform in the different bands. So she's planning to major in psychology and minor in the performing arts. So that was neat.
Now you were participating in the homecoming events that day, and I happened to see a picture of you in a very nice what was it, a convertible or something like that?
It was I forgot the gentleman's name. He was fantastic. They have the Corvette Club basically.
Yeah.
And they were great. They provide a lot of cars to the guests, so I was fortunate enough to ride in a cool red Corvette. So
I bet you looked sharp in that Corvette, Dr.
It was
Millay.
nice and had somebody driving. It was great. It was neat going through.
There he is, right there. See, Bonnie? There's the picture.
Let me see. Does he have the shades on? I'm picturing him with the shades in that one. But very cool.
Yeah.
Who was driving that car? It kind of looks like Charlie Daniels or someone.
You know what? I have let's see. His name was Tom. I wrote it down. Tom Herr, Herr.
Mm-hmm.
He was great. He drove me in both the South Fork and the Jensen. It was so nice though. All those local parades, Martin County High, South Fork, and Jensen. They do the parade through town, and it's kind of like old school in a way. It's kind of one of those traditions from the past. It's been. I love that. It's nice seeing the kids out there, some of the older generations out there, and to see a parade. You don't see it too much.
Did you have any lollipops in that Corvette to throw out?
I did. I threw a lot of candy out. I would have needed like 2 bushel. If you gave it to everybody that wanted it, it's waving. I would have needed 2 bushel baskets. I'll definitely next year.
I like the sign. I like the sign they made for him on the side of the Corvette too, that had his name on there. They personalized it.
Yeah, that was neat.
That was really cool. That
Very
was really
cool.
Hey, so there's a special meeting at 4:00 happening today. Tell us a little bit about that.
Right. This is a special meeting. It's basically a type of work session where we recently, the end of October, it's a short turnaround. We received the 3rd round of basically some of this extra COVID stimulus funding.
Mhm.
You know, there was the CARES Act, which is basically like ESSER 1, then there was ESSER 2 money. This is called the American Rescue Plan. It was ESSER 3. Florida was one of the later districts to get some of that money. So it's now coming to all schools districts in the state of Florida. So Martin County share will be discussed tonight, and we're going to just talk about parameters with our board. Some of the things that we'll likely consider, like a lot of the things we put in place in ESSER 2 to fund and make additional improvements to the district, it would go out a year or two. Well, this money could take it out even further. So it'll be likely a continuance of some of the items that we put in place. And then there's COVID leave and other support things, support services where we make sure we're finding kids that didn't come back to school. You know, there are kids that this year throughout the state of Florida that they were on our roster before, but they didn't come back, and then they didn't necessarily, we didn't get a records request. So where they went to, we don't know necessarily if they went out of state. They could have went back to a country. You just really never know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's
we're
weird.
trying to make
Yeah.
sure we have a smaller number here, but we have money to help serve and find.
John, you've got some important dates coming up on the calendar. Let's get those out to the listening audience as well. And also, that's not on the notes is also the Thanksgiving dates. And I'd like you to give those out as well.
Sure. School districts and offices will be closed Thursday, November 11th, in observance of Veteran Day. So shout out to all the veterans and members of the armed forces that keep our country so safe and the sacrifices they made for past and present generations, for sure. So that's this Thursday, November 11th. And then on, this is an important date, you know, we'll remind everybody we're out Thursday. We're in session Friday, so you're going to be out, students, but we need you back. Moms and dads, don't let them tell you.
Yeah,
they're
no
out
long
Friday
weekend.
today.
No long weekend.
No long weekend, as much as they would like that, and
Mhm.
I would too. We don't get that right now, so that's an important day. And then next Monday is important, parents. We encourage them to view their child's grades and attendance records in their Focus Parent portal. And it's available on our website or our mobile app. So if you haven't received our mobile app, do that. Instructions for claiming Focus Parent accounts is also available. It's really important for parents to get to see the interim reports and the updates and follow your child's grades, follow your child's attendance. And once you learn how, you know how to do it forever. So you need to know what's going on. Just like parents, you need to know what's going on. This wasn't on the agenda, but this morning, but you know, cell phones and computers are fantastic forms of technology. But we need parents to always make sure they check and they watch what students have at home, because that's an important thing to keep everybody safe. So, you know, parents, I want to always encourage parents. I did it with my own 3. To once in a while, check your child's phone, look at social media they're involved in, look who they follow, look who's following them. Just kind of have conversations, and, you know, don't freak out. This is a new age. There's a lot of things that happen, but have those discussions. Don't overreact. Keep the relationship, but encourage them and put your foot down when you need to and ask questions. And when they're doing what they're supposed to, which I would say is most of the time, most kids are working hard, give them a pat on the back.
Very good. That's Dr. John Millay with the Martin County School System. He's a superintendent. He's the gentleman that heads up that whole entire fantastic operation there and keeps the wheels turning and running very, very smoothly. Always a pleasure to have Dr. Millay on the program. He's on here each and every Monday at this time. John, always a pleasure, and we look forward to speaking with you real soon.
Thank you. That November break for Thanksgiving is November 24th, Wednesday, 25th, and 6th.
So it's Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Very good.
Yes.
All right, very good. All right, John. Hey,
thanks for having me.
Always a pleasure having you on the program. We'll talk to you a little later.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye now. It's time for the Precious Metals Report, and it's all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Gold opening up $1,818.90 an ounce, and silver opening up $24.28 an ounce. That's the Precious Metals Report, and it's all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. 8:23 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for news. Let's go right to the news desk. Bonnie's standing by. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. Beginning today, the U.S. lifts COVID restrictions for fully vaccinated international travelers from 33 countries. Miami International Airport spokesman Greg Chin says they are looking forward to the influx.
We have the facilities prepared. We have our third passport clearance facility open now in preparation for that. We're definitely ready to be back to where we were before.
Fully vaccinated travelers must provide proof plus a negative COVID test. Documented Florida panther deaths are a little lower than they've been in some recent years, but the pace of roadkills is up to last as 19 big cats have been hit and killed by cars. State biologists record dozens of panther deaths each year, with the vast majority of those being road kills. One of the 25 documented deaths this year, only 6 have not been road kills. Other causes were listed as unknown, with 2 starvation of 2 kittens and intraspecific aggression, 2 males killed by other panthers. Last year, 22 panthers were killed, nearly all by car strikes. 18 were killed through October of last year. In 2019, 27 panther deaths were documented, with 6 of those killed in November and December. An 8-year-old girl in Florida bit into her Halloween candy Friday and was cut by a blade hidden in the chocolate, authorities said. The Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office is investigating after the girl's mother called to report the incident. Authorities said a piece of an X-Acto knife blade was hidden in the mini chocolate bar. The wrapper was sealed when the girl opened it. Sheriff Chad Chronister called the incident despicable on the department's Facebook page and reminded parents to check every piece of candy their children receive trick-or-treating. Surveillance video posted on Facebook shows an apparent act of arson at the temporary Pulse nightclub shooting memorial in Orlando. It appears to show a man in a wheelchair starting the fire about a month ago. And lastly, a close ally of former President Trump is discussing running for governor. Roger Stone doesn't want to see Governor Ron DeSantis get reelected and then immediately abandon Florida to run for president. Coach Charlie Wilson's IRSC Pioneers fell a little short to powerhouse Tallahassee, 89-82. AJ Kajesti led Pioneer scorers with 21 Friday night. IRSC followed with a Saturday matinee with the Daytona Falcons, which was totally dominated by the Pioneers that night, 109-72. 7 Pioneers hit double figures, led by Kyle Fight with 16. Tyree Bryan, Benji Pierre, and Amar Brickett added 14 each. The Pioneers will hit the road all week with a Tuesday night stint in Jacksonville against the Blue Wave at 7 p.m. That followed by a pair of tourney games in St. Petersburg against the Titans at 2:30 Friday and a 2:30 Saturday tilt against Florida's best, Northwest Florida State. Now, all 3 games can be heard on WPSL 1590, Alexa, Google Home, and the TuneIn app worldwide. The Pioneers are now 2-1 on the season. News time at 8:27. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
$8:27 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. Bonnie, how's it looking outside?
We just see an accident way up to the north of us. It's on the Turnpike southbound in Vero Beach at mile marker 188, where we do see a vehicle crash. This is southbound with no roadblock. Back here in Martin County, St. Lucie County, our roads looking nice and clear on a Monday morning. There's your latest look at traffic. We're up to 64 right now in Palm City, and in Loveland, Colorado, it's a clear 40. Here's our weather from WPTV.
Your WPTV First Alert forecast calls for another chilly morning in South Florida with temperatures starting off in the mid to upper 50s under mostly clear skies. This afternoon, a delightful day on tap. Highs in the mid to upper 70s, plenty of sunshine, low rain chances, and low humidity. Tomorrow, morning lows in the low 60s, highs in the upper 70s, mainly dry with low rain chances. And then Wednesday and Thursday, some showers and storms possible, highs in the low 80s. Friday and Saturday, our next cold front starts to move in, triggering the chance for scattered showers and storms, highs in the low 80s.
I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
Let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
$8:31 on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie, and it's time for the returning. I don't want to say vacationing because he was on our sister station while we were gone last week. But Captain Randy Siegel is back with a space report. Captain, top of the morning to you, sir.
Aye, aye again, sir.
Yes,
nice
sir.
to have you back.
Nice to have you back.
Well, you know, it was this date in history, 1984, that NASA launched its STS-51A mission. That was a shuttle mission that was kind of cool because it redeployed or picked up, if you will, 2 satellites that were placed in orbit, but the wrong orbit. So what they did is they recovered the satellites, and then they were relaunched into the proper orbit by having a new kick engine put on board. In 1995, NASA launched the Space Shuttle Mission 74. This was a mission to the Russian station, and it was highly successful as well. And in 2005, the European Space Agency launched its Venus Express spacecraft, headed for Venus, and that mission was highly successful as we got back a whole lot of information from Venus. Well, if you're a space fan, this is the week to be that way, because this evening at just about 10:33, we'll have the splashdown off the coast of Florida, probably in the Gulf of Mexico, the crewed Dragon Endeavour. It'll come back from the International Space Station, having to undock from the station at 2:05 p.m. this afternoon. Then it will splash down this evening. On board that mission will be Shane Kimbrough, Megan MacArthur, Aki Hoshide, and European Space Agency astronaut Thomas Pasqua. They'll be returning with about 530 pounds of hardware and scientific investigations. And then the Crew 2 splashes down, and it'll be followed by the next launch to the International Space Station using Cargo Dragon Endeavour. That launch is currently scheduled for 9:03 p.m. on Wednesday, if the weather allows. So a lot going on by watching the weather. As it stands right now, there seems to be an 80% chance of the weather being favorable for that launch. Over the weekend, Anton Sheplerev took command of the International Space Station. It was time for the changeover of command, and Anton is now the new commander in charge. The U.S. administration today will have announced a Space Council meeting for Friday by Vice President Kamala Harris. She will be conducting the National Space Council meeting, which will help set up the priorities for NASA, especially when it comes to climate change. NASA is very mindful, as is President Biden and Kamala Harris, about climate. And the climate change is an existential threat that must be taken care of immediately and addressed immediately. This will involve a lot of the comments that she'll use during her press conference, so it should be quite interesting. Russia and NASA have announced that they are working very closely to have joint flights with their cosmonauts and American astronauts. In other words, Russian cosmonauts will fly on America's spacecrafts, while American astronauts will continue to fly on the Soyuz spacecraft. This may go into several years, and that can only bode well. Thus far, no Russian cosmonaut has flown on an American vehicle, and the anticipation is that one of them will fly next year. China just placed into orbit over the weekend a new Gangnam research satellite. It was the 395th launch to take place on a Xiaozhang series launch vehicle, and it was successfully placed in orbit. This weekend also saw the Chinese conducting exercises on their space station for emergency evacuation should they have to leave their spacecraft for whatever reason quickly. But they also had a spacewalk that took place. The spacewalk that took place were with Chinese toikonauts Zhang Zhaogang and Wang Yaoping. It was the first spacewalk of a female Chinese toikonaut out into open space. The duration of their spacewalk was 6 hours and 25 minutes. So now they can get off discussing about how the Chinese didn't give the women a lot of work to do. China is working on a complex mission to collect Mars rock samples and deliver them to Earth by building on the successes of recent Moon and Mars missions. The mission, likely to be named Tianwen-2, could launch as soon as 2028, with the goal of returning samples around 2030. This would be the first time that we're returning samples from Mars. Tomorrow we're going to tell you about the Astra Company get ready for launch from Alaska, and the U.S. getting ready to launch with European help the James Hubble Space Telescope. So until tomorrow, have a great day, everybody.
That's Randy Siegel with the Space Report. He's on the program each and every weekday at this time, giving us the latest and greatest with all things pertaining to outer space. Time to head on over to Ellie's Downtown Deli, where Bonnie's standing by with some of the latest and greatest treats to get your Monday going. Bonnie?
And, everybody might work up a hearty appetite on Monday because, seriously, the weekend gets so busy. You get back to work today, and by lunchtime, you might be ready for it. An Italian sausage and pepper sub. It comes on a garlic toasted sub roll filled with sauteed peppers and onions. You get sweet sausage on here. Rich marinara sauce garnished with Parmesan cheese, served with your choice of a side item. And don't forget about fresh jumbo wraps, delicious hot fresh bowls of soup made daily. Ellie's Downtown Deli has a full menu available for takeout, plus their fabulous desserts as well. They have a full-service deli with dining inside and out. Have them cater your next event. Call 772-781-6605 to order and pick up today. They're located 18 Southeast 6th Street, just off Colorado in Stewart. Call 772-781-6605. Ellie's Downtown Deli in Stewart.
8:39 right now on the Get Up and Go Show. It's time for news brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Make sure and go say hello to Hawk Levy in one of the many locations across the Treasure Coast. Here's Bonnie with the headlines. Good morning, Bonnie.
And Evan, for the first time since the pandemic started, travelers from more than 30 countries will be allowed to enter the U.S. as long as they're vaccinated and test negative for COVID, and that could help Florida's economy.
Those nations include China, Brazil, the UK, and the European Union, according to St. Petersburg immigration lawyer Steve Maggi.
All the ones that are the main drawers of tourism to Florida, as well as investments.
That doesn't just mean a potential return of foreign tourists, but also more investors. Foreign direct investment in Florida businesses accounts for around 366,000 jobs, the fourth highest number of any U.S. state. I'm Gordon Bird.
One person died and an 83-year-old woman was taken to a hospital after a Friday morning fire on Southeast Trillo Street, according to the St. Lucie County Fire District and Port St. Lucie Police. Fire district crews at 10:04 a.m. went to the residential fire in the 2200 block of Southeast Trillo Street. Port St. Lucie Police spokesperson said the home east of US 1 in southern Port St. Lucie was engulfed in flames. One person was found dead in the back of the house. At this time, we cannot confirm the identity of the deceased, he said, standing at the scene. An 83-year-old female was transported to the hospital. The spokesman said his agency is investigating the death, but said it does not appear to involve foul play. Brenda Stokes, fire district spokesperson, said an electrical malfunction caused the fire and that it was an accident. The point of origin was a ceiling in the back bedroom. Surveillance video posted on Facebook shows an apparent act of arson at the temporary Pulse nightclub shooting memorial in Orlando. It appears to show a man in a wheelchair starting the fire about a month ago. A close ally of former President Trump is discussing running for governor. Roger Stone says he doesn't want to see Governor Ron DeSantis get reelected and then immediately abandon Florida to run for president. Documented Florida panther deaths are a little lower than they've been in some recent years, but the pace of roadkills is up this year compared to last, as 19 big cats have been hit and killed by cars. State biologists record dozens of panther deaths each year, with the vast majority of those being roadkills. Of the 25 documented deaths this year, only 6 have not been roadkills. Other causes were listed as unknown: starvation of 2 kittens and intraspecific aggression with 2 males killed by other panthers. SpaceX's Crew 3 launch is set for Wednesday night at Kennedy Space Center, and launch conditions are 80% go. The 4-person crew will replace the Crew 2 astronauts leaving the International Space Station today. 4 people, including 2 teenagers, are accused of drag racing in St. Petersburg. The suspects driving on the Gandhi Bridge reportedly reached speeds of 114 miles an hour. And lastly, Europe is once again at the epicenter of the COVID-19 pandemic, fueled by daily record deaths and cases in Russia and surges in Ukraine, Poland, and Germany. The continent was the only one to post 1-week increases in deaths at 10% and cases at 9%. Miami Dolphins' 7-game losing streak is over after a 17-9 victory over the Houston Texans at Miami. A highlight of the 17-9 game was the leaping one-handed catch made by tight end Mike Gesicki.
Yeah, I work on that a lot. I mean, the catches, I mean, everybody sees them on Sunday, but they happen, behind the scenes and things like that. One of our strength coaches, Jim Mangiero, he throws me so many damn footballs. You'd think he's a jug machine.
And the Jacksonville Jaguars are 9-6 upset winners over the Buffalo Bills yesterday. And in college, Devin Leary threw for 314 yards and 4 touchdowns as North Carolina State jumped ahead of Florida State early and held off the Seminoles for a 28-14 win on Saturday. News time at 8:44, and we'll have weather and traffic together next.
$8:45 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. Bonnie's got a final look outside. Bonnie?
Yes, Evan, we're just seeing one accident in its way to the north of us. It's up in Vero Beach on the Turnpike southbound at mile marker 188. There's not any roadblock from that vehicle crash. Just going to see some activity up that way. Back here in Martin County, and a look at St. Lucie County, traffic looking nice and clear right here at the moment, including U.S. Highway 1 moving nice and smooth. There's your latest look at traffic. And we have 62 right now in Port St. Lucie. In Cannes, France, it's raining with 64 degrees. Here's more on the weather at WPTV.
Your WPTV First Alert forecast calls for another chilly morning in South Florida with temperatures starting off in the mid to upper 50s under mostly clear skies. This afternoon on tap, highs in the mid to upper 70s, plenty of sunshine, low rain chances, and low humidity. Tomorrow, morning lows in the low 60s, highs in the upper 70s, mainly dry with low rain chances. And then Wednesday and Thursday, some showers and storms possible, highs in the low 80s. Friday and Saturday, our next cold front starts to move in, triggering the chance for scattered showers and storms, highs in the low 80s.
I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
You're listening to the biggest little radio show on the biggest little planet, the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie.
8:49 is the time on the Get Up and Go Show. And speaking of time, it is now time for us to give away those Stewart Air Show tickets. We're doing this all week long. We got a pair of tickets each morning. And Bonnie, tell the listeners how they have to win.
Just kind of be caller number 5 right now.
Okay.
And our number 220-9788.
All right.
220-9788.
Right. But there's one little small catch. They have to sing this opening lyric.
Ho, 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 it's magic.
That's all you got to do.
And, since William Shatner just went up into space not too long ago, too, you can just kind of say it like Shat does.
Yeah.
Oh, oh, oh.
That's
it's
right.
Magic.
That's right. Hi, you're caller number 1. Try back again, okay? Thanks. All right, bye-bye. All right, very good. So there's caller number 1. He definitely wants those air show tickets, I guess.
That is, 'tis true.
And all you got to do is just sing that opening line, okay? There's 2. Let's go to this one. This will be caller number 3. You're caller number 3. Try again. All righty?
And that number again is
220-9788. Give us a call back, 220-98. And there's caller number 4 ringing in. And let's try this one here. Oh, we got 2 lines going here. Let's go to this one first. Hi, you're caller number 4. Try back, okay? All right, thank you.
the next one will have to sing or say those lyrics.
That's it. Hi, you're caller number 5. Who's this?
Laura.
Hi, Laura. How are you?
Ho, 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 it's magic.
Wow, we got a winner.
Nicely
Congratulations, Laura.
Wow.
All right.
Laura, that was awesome.
That was awesome.
Oh,
Wow.
wow, you're so sweet.
Do
Thank you.
you remember that song from way back in the day?
Of course I do.
Man,
I don't
love
think
it.
anybody could have sang those lyrics any prettier than you just did.
Yeah, you nailed that,
It
Laura.
beat my version of it earlier. Much, much better.
Laura, where are you calling us from?
I'm from St. Lucie.
Are you really? Okay, all right. So the way you get your tickets, you're gonna have to come to the studio here between the hours of when we're actually here. We're here Monday through Friday. We're here till usually 10 a.m. some days, 11 a.m. on another day. So which day would you like to stop by and pick them up?
Let's see. Oh, it doesn't matter. What day is good for you?
You tell me. You pick a day, and I'll make sure to make a note that you're going to be coming here and picking them up, Laura.
Any day between now and Friday.
Any day between now and
Okay,
Friday.
I'll come by today.
Today? Okay. All right. Well, I'll be here today. I'm here till 10 a.m. today. So just come on by. The door will be unlocked. Just walk in. I'll see a smiling face, and I'll hand you your air show tickets, Laura.
All right, thank you.
You know where we're located at?
Yes.
Very good. We're at right at the bottom of the Roosevelt Bridge, suite number 103, I do believe. Right, Bonnie?
Yep, the gray and blue building.
Gray and blue building.
All righty.
Thanks a lot.
Good.
Congratulations.
All right.
You're a winner.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Look at that. A happy camper right off the bat. Man, that's great. I got to put her name on these tickets.
Laura. Lovely Laura. And
Lovely Laura.
Singing that song so pretty like she did. Yeah. Oh, my gosh. And she's going to enjoy that Stewart Air Show.
Oh, my gosh. She's going to have a great time.
Starts on Friday, and these tickets are good for Saturday or Sunday, your choice of this coming weekend. And we're going to be giving a pair of Stewart Air Show tickets.
Yeah, we'll have another pair tomorrow morning. We'll think of something else for the listener to do, because we can't just give them the tickets. They have to earn the tickets in some form, way, or shape. Nothing embarrassing.
Sometimes though the mornings do get so busy too, Evan, that just by calling in, people earn the tickets. It's so busy nowadays with a million little things that you got to do in the morning before you get your day started.
I don't know. What do you think tomorrow's little deal should be? Anything off the top of your head? Are you want to think about that for a couple of
we can think about it, maybe engineer it, and
maybe a trivia question.
Check this out. I want to see this. It's a Shockwave jet truck. Look at that truck.
Those I've seen those years ago at Moroso down in West Palm Beach.
Oh, right.
Now it's called Palm Beach International Speedway.
Yeah.
And those are the jet trucks Those things are amazing.
Look at the fiery.
Yeah.
There's 2 jets setting out of those, just like with
Yeah.
fire going right up in the air.
Yeah.
And the truck looks mean. Looks like a mean monster. Shockwave. It's a custom built race truck equipped with 3 huge J34 48 Pratt & Whitney jet engines.
Oh, yeah.
And these 2 engines just shooting up with the fire coming right out of it.
When these cars used to go down the raceway at Palm Beach International Speedway, they would have to roll the hurricane shutters down in front of the windows in the tower before the jet cars would go down the track because it would blow out the windows.
Oh, would it?
In the towers.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
it was crazy.
That's powerful. And that's just one of the many things you can see at this up and coming Stewart Air Show.
There's going to be so much, so many things for people to do at the air show, all weekend long. I mean, it's going to be the place to be. And from what I understand, I heard a little birdie told me the weather is going to be gorgeous.
It should be perfect for it, and even if it's going to be a cool situation like it is today, we're like in the 60s this morning.
We'll take it.
It's going to feel perfect.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Yeah, because that sun's shining down, and if it's not raining, by like right around noon or 1 o'clock in the afternoon, it's just getting refreshingly perfect, ideal weather here in Florida for people.
We will take it without a doubt. I'm looking for I'm trying to find. Oh, here's the 10-day forecast. Okay, so let's see here. Friday, okay, not bad. Low of 69, high 79. Saturday, low of 64, high of 78. And Sunday, Sunday's going to be a little chilly. Low of 58.
I'll take it.
And high of 72. And it looks like it's going to be sunny all weekend.
And I embrace the cool weather. I was just on Saturday morning when I went up to Melbourne. I was able to wear my jacket, my warm weather, almost a coat from Burlington's. I have it here this morning. Oh, you didn't see it. I took it off before I came into the studio. I'll have to wear it for the listeners on our Facebook tomorrow.
Okay.
It's a pretty black jacket with great big shiny buttons.
Okay.
And I just embrace the fall weather when you can wear, different things like sweaters.
Gotcha.
Change your attire up a little bit.
Gotcha. So, I just lost my train of thought. What I was going to ask you, I had something to ask you. Darn it! I hate when that happens.
Oh no!
Had a senior moment. Sorry, that always happens every now and then. I can't remember what the heck I was going to say.
Something about the air show, was it, Evan?
It was, and
Maybe...
I can't remember what it was.
Oh, wow. Darn.
I hate when that happens.
Don't lose the tickets, because we got to have the tickets for tomorrow.
No, they're sitting right here.
You lost your train of thought, but we're not going to be losing the tickets.
No.
So that's the golden rule right around here.
I won't be losing the tickets. That's for darn sure. But anyway, tomorrow morning, we're going to be giving away air show tickets all week long. So we'll give you the task tomorrow, and we'll do them in the 8 o'clock hour again, because we want to make sure that you're fully functional and fully awake for when you have the task to do. I mean, who knows? We may ask you a slight easy trivia question. We could ask you to tell us what city Palm City Charlie lives in. Who knows? Anything's possible.
Maybe something that we talked about today, like a fun fact for you.
Yeah.
Hint, hint.
Yeah, we could throw a fun fact out there, and then if you remember, that's a great idea.
Have a fun fact right now. Do you know Richard Gere's, what his middle name is? Richard Gere?
Herbert?
It's Tiffany.
What? Really?
Richard Tiffany Gere, as his mother's, Tiffany was his mother's maiden name.
Okay.
Richard Tiffany Gere.
All right, sounds good.
That might be geared up for tomorrow's show. We might ask that tomorrow morning.
Geared up for tomorrow's show. I like that.
Get her geared.
I like that. Get her geared. Get her done. Get it done. Anyway, folks, that's a wrap for us. Have a great day. Make it a great day. Remember, if you have good values on the inside, you won't look for validation on the outside. It's pretty plain and simple, right, Bonnie?
Yeah.
Really is.
Take care. And we're glad that you're back with us as we're back this week.
Make it a great day, folks. We'll see you right back here in 21 hours at WSTU Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station. Bye-bye for now.